just take a little piece, and then, like I said, man, it could tighten your neck, it could strengthen your neck. I'm not sure, but
Is this too big?
I mean, right now you're not gonna be able to talk properly. Like when I teach, I kind of hide it like in one of the corners of my mouth because it's like.
You chew it while you teach?
Sometimes.
Still training.
Training though.
Still training.
I can't train with chewing gum. Can you train with chewing gum? No.
I think I'm Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
You ever seen him train?
Doesn't it gas you out? Like, doesn't it make me wanna like?
I don't know. Maybe.
Because they say it's usually better to inhale through your nose, no?
But are you chewing? Are you inhaling the whole time? Maybe I'm nasal breathing while I'm chewing my gum. I don't know. Subconsciously.
Maybe. I have to do an experiment, man. Yeah, breathworks, Johnny. Do you do any breathworks or what?
I've done Wim Hof a couple times.
You tried Wim Hof?
I do breath work if I'm meditating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind?
Yeah, I don't know the names of it. I just breathe in and out.
Like, what's the tempo?
Normal. Just focusing on the inhale and then breathing.
Are you listening to
I mostly focus on like how I'm breathing. Like my diaphragm and my stomach. That's how I do it. You know what I mean?
So, like, do you listen to like the heart rate go down and things like that, or?
No. I just try to, like, mentally try to just be relaxed. No, the one time I was meditating for a while, and I felt it like in my arms. Like, it was like a tingling sensation.
Yeah.
That was, I guess, when I had a breakthrough.
You think?
And I was like, oh, this is maybe what it's supposed to feel like.
Before your fights, do you try to do any kind of breath work?
I'll meditate like 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Before?
Yeah, like in the back.
Right before?
Yeah. Because then like I'm like in the chaos, people hitting pads and shit, doing all this stuff. I still have my headphones in, like I'm listening to music, but then I'll be meditating. So I'll pause the music and I'll put like a 3 minute timer.
For MMA, did it make you get to the venue like before a certain time?
Sometimes, yeah. But like if you're like the main event, if you're like later on in the card, then you can get there a little later. You learn that through experience though. Yeah. Because like first couple fights, I was like getting there like whenever they said. And then you're there for fucking 2 hours before the show even starts, an hour before the show starts.
Yeah, before the show starts, if you're the main event, it's a long wait.
Yeah, so then now you kind of know the difference. You're like, oh, okay, I don't have to get there. So, I mean, fight doors open at 6.
Yeah.
I'm not fighting until fucking 9, 10.
You can nap at the venue. I always like to nap at the venue.
Really?
I like the first thing I do when I go into...
You can nap at the venue?
100%.
Like, do you put headphones in?
Nothing.
Dang.
Nothing, bro. Like last time I did.
We're rolling, right?
Yeah, we're rolling. Episode 13, guys. Welcome back. Double OT episode. We got Johnny Gonzalez.
Uvalde's own, baby. 830 in the building.
Uvalde's in the house, guys.
Take 2.
We're gonna take 2. You know, we had some technical issues the first time. Now, you know, Christos and I are, you know, we're fighting back. You know,
me versus me.
We took a little combo from the opponent. Pop. 3-piece. You know.
Yeah,
liver, uppercut, straight.
Bow.
Now we're recovering. Now we're punching back, bro.
Yeah.
Let's go, bro.
Yes, sir. Back in the fight.
The fight doesn't stop. What was I saying? Yeah, so last time when I did the... Johnny. So last time I did main character, that was my last match. I had a student, Sebastian, he was competing on it. He won his match. But it was like an hour or 2 before the event. You know,
Sebastian,
my match.
Yeah.
There was an event in Austin, main character, not too long ago. By the way, Kemoy Anderson, we're gonna have him on the podcast at some point. But anyways, he does his match, and then I have like 2.5 hours almost. You know, like before like the match. You know, and usually jiu-jitsu they'll tell you like an hour and a half is good. You know, you get in, you loosen up. But the first thing I do is I go in and I try to find like a kind of like an isolated area. And then we do, you know, I take a nap always. And
how long?
20 minutes. Yeah.
Solid?
20 minutes. I had 2.5 hours. I did 20-minute nap. It was good, man.
Dang.
You relax.
Alarm? You set an alarm?
Yeah, alarm. Sometimes I'll wake up like 30 minutes before the alarm goes.
That's
I feel like
crazy.
we develop like from training with time and everything. I feel like we develop like
you
a
have
strong
like
inner
this,
clock. Yeah.
Yeah, strong inner clock. Bro, that's crazy. You can just fall asleep at the venue. That's wild.
It's good, man. It's good. And then before like
that's a superpower, bro.
Yeah,
that's a superpower.
I mean, yeah, it's you practice it.
It's like a snap.
But you practice it. It's like your right hand, you know.
Yeah.
You practice it. Same thing. Like practice just falling asleep at the venue is good. And
you've had a lot of experience with that.
Yeah.
Every show, every match, every tournament, you tried to?
Yeah. I didn't do it my whole like time competing.
When did you start? At what point?
Dude, that's a good question. I can't remember when it started. It's been. I know it's been since. Let me try to remember. I think trials last year. European trials. Was I doing it? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, breath of fire, you know, because like the first thing I do when I wake up is the Wim Hof breathing, and then it's very similar. You do. I don't even think it's called the breath of fire. It's different. It's not really.
That sounds like a cool name though.
I'll breath of fire. Let's go with that. The dragon fire breath, whatever.
The dragon fire breath workout.
But anyways, you can take a nap, and then I can take like I can take a nap, and then I can take like 10 minutes. I know. Let's say my match. Let's say I know there's like 3 matches left. Right. I always tell myself maybe 2 of them go by submission fast. So maybe I'll go before. Maybe I'll go like 4 matches up, depending on like the length of the match and everything. I'll pick like a time frame that makes sense. Where it's like 10 minutes of like you inhaling hard and you like just release, you know? So you like oxygenate your body like crazy. And then on the exhale, you hold. So it's like, it's good. Like, you know that tingling you're talking about and everything? You can do that with like 3 to 4 rounds
fast pace
of Wim Hof. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you want to get like the tempo, he has a free video. You know, it would be something like this. It'd be like, I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like
quick.
Like this, and then you do like 26, and like 26 is like if you're gonna do several rounds. If you're doing before a match, I'll put a timer like 10 minutes or like 7 minutes.
And you're breathing like that,
like that, and then I exhale, and then I hold, and then you feel like tingling. It brings like clarity to your mind. I talked about it with Landon. If you guys listen to the Landon episode, I talk about it. I feel like it quiets down your conscious, and then it lights on the subconscious a little bit more, you know, like your creative side, your inner genius.
That's
and
good.
Shit like that.
Yeah.
You
so
know?
whatever affirmations you've been telling yourself, whatever you've been journaling, your subconscious, you tap into that.
Or even things like you've never done in training, you're doing it in a comp. Like, you've ever had that happen to you?
Yeah, you hit like that flow state.
Yeah.
Right?
Like you hit a sick ass.
You're not even fucking thinking. You're just flowing in there. Yeah.
You got a sick ass double in your last fight. Is that something you hit? Look at that pump. Is that something you often
talk
hit?
about it, G? Oh.
You got the fade and the pump today.
The fade, yeah, clean fade.
Mine is
yes, sir.
Old Johnny, because this is the round 2. He was ready for the last one. Now I'm ready for this one.
Shout out Cookie. Shout out my cousin Cookie with the fade.
Shout out Dustin from Fade.
You know what I'm saying? He clean now, brother. Clean.
Dude, it was a struggle finding a barber here. Yeah. It was a struggle.
I feel you. How'd you find it? Oh, did you ask around? Did you like?
I asked around, but the person telling you is definitely not always like.
How many times did you get messed up?
No offense.
Did you get messed up a couple times?
Yo, like once.
Really?
Yeah, Giancarlo, man, of all people, you think 2 times ADCC champ. You think this guy with no haircuts, man? He sends me to this guy F Jenny. I think I'm like, he's like 67 or something, and I was like, maybe his 3rd cut. I don't know. It wasn't deep. It wasn't that deep. You know, and he was cutting next to his wife, and his wife looked like so pissed at him the whole time.
Oh, they had a shop together?
No, it was they were like both running the same like.
Was it salon?
Salon, yeah. And then, you know, salons have several chairs.
Yeah.
And then they'll put.
It's risky.
And then they're like working next to each other.
Yeah.
It looked like there was something missing in their relationship for sure. You know, when you see their interaction.
Yeah.
Russian couple, you know what I mean? In Cedar Park, it was good. Like the salon is good. They welcome you in with like this massage machine. You know what I mean?
For real?
Those little.
Once you walk in?
Yeah, but it's not that. It's not.
But
like,
still, I mean, that's nice.
It's like the airport chairs. You know.
That's how you know you're not at a barbershop.
You tap your credit cards. You know what I mean? You tap your credit card at the airport. Those not the hotel, the airport chairs for the massage. You know what I mean? It's the same. But the cut is not that deep, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it's the more of the experience focuses. Yeah,
that's what it is. But like.
That's how you know. I know you're not at a barbershop if that's coming. They're approaching you like that.
It depends. It can be you can get lucky and run into a good barber. But anyways, through trial and error, like anything else, I found a good barber.
I found my barber off of Booksy and my braider. Okay. Booksy, the app. It's like you just search where you're at, the area, and it gives you a bunch of barbers, a bunch of hairstylists, a bunch of this and that. Yeah, because I mean,
I do it on Booksy too.
That's scary, bro. Moving to another place or no area, you need a cut, and it's just like, damn, this is a life decision right now.
Doing free advertisement for Booksy.
Free advertisement.
This is free advertisement, guys.
Sponsor the boy.
Keep that in mind for
sponsor the boy.
When we reach out, over time with OT official sponsors. First official sponsor, by the way, guys. Shout out. Enigma TV.
Hey.
Running a tight ship, man. My man is firing sub after sub right now. You know, he's on a 10-match win streak, all subs. Speaking of winning streak and subs, we just watched a very frustrating match. We were watching so don't mind the order of like when you guys are hearing this. We watched Nogi Worlds 2024. And then the previous episode, we had Sebastian Attar, my brother from Egypt, who moved to Australia. But anyways,
that's good.
Dude, he just lost a match in the finals of the Absolute, and we don't know why.
Yeah.
We do not know why. Christos, do you know why?
He said that the first penalty he got because he didn't give him his leg.
Because he didn't give him his leg?
He was joking, but yeah.
What do you mean he didn't give him his leg?
For stalling 35 seconds into the match.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So if you guys rewatch the match, it's going to be probably on Flow Grappling.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it should be on Enigma TV. What are we doing, Christos? We're making moves with the IBJJF? Discussion for another time. But anyways, the guy was pressing forward, moving, and they give him penalties. Like,
seemed pretty active. He seemed pretty active.
He seemed like the guy who was initiating all the passes.
Aggressive, more aggressive. So like that's the thing. Like in those, so the rule set, right? Because of course, you know, guard retention is a skill set, passing guard is a skill set, loose passing, tight passing, all of that, right?
Okay.
But like, is it hard for, as like, especially as like a competitive, like an athlete, right, in jiu-jitsu, to adjust to all the different rule sets? You know, because there's how many rule sets are there in like in all of jiu-jitsu?
So we have ADCC.
Mm-hmm.
We have AIGA rule set, 3 rounds with a minute pause in between. We have EBI with EBI overtime.
Mm-hmm.
So you start on someone's back. This is Christos' specialty, stalling and then just swarming his way out of OT. Slippery bastard. But anyways, there's EBI and then there's, what am I forgetting? IBJJF, which is the most, in my opinion, and it's pretty fresh in my mind, pretty inconsistent. Like the more you put rules and intricacies, the more room there's going to be for inconsistencies, favoritism, you know what I mean? Or like just a bias, you know what I mean? Some kind of bias. But those are the main rule sets, you know.
Are they constantly changing up the rules?
There's also, sorry, I'm forgetting, there's W&O, you know, it's 15 minutes submission only. PGF. PGF, you know PGF?
No.
It's like a different format. They do seasons now. They do seasons. So they bring these freaking crazy athletes in. It's 12 of them, I think. And then 20 athletes. And then they have like 4 teams. 4 teams? 5 teams.
4 teams of 5. Yeah.
4 teams of 5. And then they fight every day, bro. These guys are having 3-4 matches a day for a week.
This is called PGF?
Yeah. Yeah, it's PGF.
How long?
For the
every day?
Yeah.
For a week?
For a week. So for the listeners, guys, Johnny Gonzalez, just to give you guys a bit of context, undefeated MMA fighter, 7-0, representing Uvalde. So we're introducing him. You know, he's mostly an MMA guy. He's one of my main training partners from Black Widow. So, you know, we're introducing him to the jiu-jitsu world. Hopefully we can get you some.
You're not trolling, right? For PJ, you're not trolling or anything?
No, it's actually like pretty, you know, unique style. I think a lot of the guys that go there come back with, you know, a big like liking to the brand. Like they like the experience, which it's important. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's important to enjoy the experience where you go, you have fun. You know, it's at the end of the day, you're doing it because you want to do it. You know, competing.
For sure.
So if you're getting screwed over and there's some inconsistencies and whatnot, then I mean that's just a shame. Like you pour your heart and soul into something and then you lose a match and you're not even sure why. Like we're watching, and if there was no like ref and then we don't watch the ref and you take everything out, you take the board, you take the time out, runs, and then this guy's getting his hand raised, you're asking, wait, what? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Real,
what do you think? Like you from an MMA perspective?
Well, yeah, because especially if you're a person, and it happens in sports all the time, or combat sports too, jiu-jitsu, MMA, boxing, all the fucking time.
Really?
Like, yeah, like people feel like they get robbed, or like the judges feel like maybe, I don't know, maybe they feel like they want to make themselves involved to a degree and stuff like that. The judges? Yeah, I don't know.
They want to be part of it. They want to be like,
or the refs, I don't know, you know, because it's their call, right? Especially like they're the one that call the penalties, they're the one that call it like for advantages, right? Points, right?
Yes, the refs, yes.
So then, but that comes from the rule set, and then like the, you know, how they brief everybody, the refs, before the match, before the tournament starts, you know. So yeah, I don't know, bro. I mean, that sucks just for the athletes, bro.
I don't know, but from your perspective, like an outside perspective, you look at all these rule sets. What images?
It seems complicated as fuck.
I love hearing that. I love hearing that because we need.
Well, because I feel like within this, the strategic aspect comes into it, right? Going into tournaments, going into styles, right? Because everybody has like their own style, their own tendencies, their own movements, right? And then of course styles make matchups, right? Styles make fights, and then you have to add the other component. Styles make fights, and then rule sets help the styles in the fights.
You're confusing me, bro.
Right? So that's what you mean. Go back. So like, styles make fights, and then you gotta adjust because then the certain rule set might be advantageous towards the style.
Exactly.
Hence, them doing better in the fight.
Yes, no, 100% agree with you.
Right.
Yeah.
So somebody that competes in ADCC, right, may thrive, and somebody that does IBJJF may thrive over there.
How did
not interchangeable sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Based off the rule set.
Exactly.
And the refs and all the shit.
PJ, how did he do at PGF when they did the 170? He made it to the playoffs, huh?
Who?
PJ Barge?
So he was actually 9th in the rankings, but then Benetti pulled out. So PJ went in as the number 8 seed, and then he got Davis first, who was the number 1 seed.
Oh, yeah. So that's my point. Like, PJ been doing good in ADCC, but in a different rule set, PGF, it's not as dominant. You know what I mean? Because it's more of a submission-only rule set where you, like, rewarded based on the kind of submission you hit and then when you hit them.
At ADCC, there's no points for the first 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Right? And then points kick in after that? You can't pull guard, right? First 5 minutes, or you can?
No, the first 5 minutes you can do whatever.
You can do whatever, right? There's just no you still get penalties, right?
Warnings.
Yeah.
And the ADCC is the rule set. I mean, we're gonna have next podcast. We're gonna have a referee on the podcast, guys.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be dicey.
We're gonna have to ask him some questions, bro. Hey, what do you think about this here, bro?
What's your favorite rule set to compete in?
I like personally, because of what you mentioned, my style and everything. For me, it would be submission only, no time limit. Bro, if my defense is good, I got such good defense. Attack.
No worries about getting scored on.
No worries. Open up, survive until one of us gets subbed.
So going off of that, right? Like going styles, like especially like grapplers, right? That have been training for years. Is that the same? Is that similar mindsets? Like you watch a bunch of people, watch a bunch of grapplers at the high level, and you start, you look up to them or you admire them or you like their style. You start picking some of their moves, the way how their guard is and this and like that.
Yeah.
And then you develop your own things at the same way.
100%.
Who were some of yours that like when you were coming up?
So like right now, coming up.
Yeah. Starting training and really started like honing in on it, taking it serious. Like who were some of those?
Yeah. So coming up, honestly, like a blue belt, white belt, it was mostly like Marcel Garcia. I'm not gonna lie to you. His style, the butterfly sweeps, X guard. Ashigarami, all of that, the knee cut. I mean, he was more into passing half guard. So it was him, and then may his soul rest in peace, Leandro Lowe. Those were two guys that I watched a lot, Now I study everybody. Now I'm like,
now you watch yourself.
I watch, not as much, but
be your biggest fan, bro. Be your biggest fan.
I guess I'll rewatch one of my matches today before I go to sleep.
I have his poster up, but
now I watch everybody, man. And then it's funny because as a competitor and you're fighting the best in the world, you got to put your ego on the side. Like, let's say, this guy, like, I could learn something from him instead of, I can beat this guy. I don't want you to study from him. So you can have two different approaches,
Yeah.
But I choose the one where I study from them. I play with their stuff. I experiment, which is what we've been doing, for the past couple of sessions.
Yeah.
What we've been doing is basically a different style than what, is heavily emphasized in the room where I train under John Danaher. And you got to keep an open mind for sure. So everybody now, I mean, Joseph's pretty dominant, Joseph Chen. Levi did very well at CJI, Cade, I watched a lot of Cade. Watched a lot of the Andrew Takedi did very well. He looked good. And then that trickles down. Oh, he fought this guy. He did something good. Let me watch him and then pick up. And then you start to see patterns. So watch everybody, man. And then you see certain areas in the world have certain styles. You know what I mean? You're seeing that a lot more now.
Did you always have that thought process? Did you ever have that perspective?
Yeah.
Or did it change at a certain point midway?
It always changes, but for the better. Like, oh wait, this guy, like, let me pay attention to him. Maybe he's actually good. Like, it's not like it's an assumption that I'm making in my head, like, oh, this guy's not that good, but I'll still watch him. You know what I mean? What about you, man? You fighting? Like, is there someone you try to, in MMA, you try to? Like,
I mean, I watch a lot of guys, like, especially like styles, like how this, like, cause like I came up playing basketball. Like my idols were football players, basketball players, right? I've always been a fan of UFC though. Like when I really got into MMA, it was when like it was like GSP, Anderson Silva, Rashad Evans. Yeah, bro, it was like those guys. That generation. That's when I really started watching MMA a lot.
Were you more into his fighting or his accent?
You wanted to do that. I threw that up for you. I threw the alley up for you, bro. You got excited. You really got excited. The helicopter.
The helicopter. That's it. Then
that's why your eyes light up.
The dinosaur. The UFO.
Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah, that was good.
So guys, on the first take of the podcast, before we found out that one of the cables was fucked up, I made fun of George. Not made fun, but I made like the George accent for like a good minute. And now he just gave me the fucking perfect opportunity to go back. But no, man, I love George. Johnny gave me the alley-oop.
Yeah, I'll do it for you.
NBA Street Volume 2.
Oh
no, but George is great to study, man. Especially if you're looking at like mixing up strikes with takedowns.
And I feel like the guys that are like at the highest level do that well. Mm-hmm. Like if you put them in certain like fields by themselves in MMA, like maybe they wouldn't be at the top, but they're good at mixing it when they need to.
Yeah.
You know, like him, Mighty Mouse, John Jones, like those guys at the highest level. You know, if you put them in just like kickboxing or Muay Thai or the jiu-jitsu match, they probably do well, right? They still be good. But they thrive whenever they're able to mix those well. Yeah. They're able to out-grapple the strikers. They're able to outstrike the grapplers. You feel me? And I've seen a lot of fights like that where that one fight might look completely different from the other fight. But they're winners. And they have like that mindset. Yeah. And I feel like they're good at making adjustments midway.
And I think we can focus and we can zoom in on that. Like let's say you zoom in on jiu-jitsu. Now in jiu-jitsu, if you zoom in, now like you're talking about mixing strikes with grappling, you know what I mean? Now what about if you mix different like modalities in jiu-jitsu, loose and tight, you know, forward, backward, like it's the combination of things. You know, I feel like that the ability of great athletes, you know, like but obviously you gotta have something that you're very good at. You gotta have one thing where you're like top notch at. You know?
I feel like it works that way in jiu-jitsu as well. Like grappling competitions, like you probably more jiu-jitsu or more you're attacking legs more against a wrestler who has a long career, long credential like this. And maybe you might wrestle more of the jiu-jitsu guy sometimes, right? Depending on the rule set, right? All of those things play into a factor. But I feel like that's like IQ, fight IQ, grappling IQ, right? Because then you might have to make adjustments.
Dude, that's what I was telling the students yesterday at the end of class. I was telling them like, well, you guys see when we're playing positional, we're doing positional rounds. And we're working a specific position. I'm not going to give too much away, but let's say we're working bottom, like a guard from bottom, and then the person on top is like leaning their weight, but he's stalling. And then it was that the people on top were having an easier time passing because they were like just stalling and like waiting. We actually did a similar drill, you and I. And then you notice like, because I'm just not doing anything and you're opening up. Yeah. So it's also like when you're competing and fighting for like belts or titles or whatever, you're also playing that game of like baiting people, tricking people. Whereas in training, you're more like just experimenting with things. You're trying things. You know what I mean? So it's that like sense of like trickery. You know what I mean? That you also need when you compete.
Set traps. Give them bait them, things like that. Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like in training you can also practice these. I mean, you're gonna have to practice. You have to always do things with intent in training.
And that's when you rep out things, right?
The
you rep
more
them
intent
out,
you have,
and you're like, the more you get, you're like, okay, now it's working. Yeah. Sometimes you experiment, and you're like, okay, work this one, but it didn't work when they did this, right? Sometimes you've done that. You're like, this is a problem here. Yeah. And you'll start. Yeah, that's good.
That's why I feel like positional training is super valuable, and I'm glad, you know, training under John, he instilled that within us very early in our training. You know, doing positional, I feel like it gives you more intent in training instead of just like going through the motions without putting any thought process into what you're doing. Yeah, just getting in or just roll, bro. You know what I mean? It's good. Don't get me wrong, but it's not for everybody. You know, some people need more time, need to experiment with things. You know, to work on their dexterity, their efficiency. You know, their quality of movement gets better and things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you feel like that's like some of the best way to train too? Is like, especially like if you roll a lot, but like you're also drilling, and then maybe it doesn't have to be at a high pace or high intensity, depending on like, you know, your training partners, depending on how you're gonna want to go about the day. But like drilling and then rolling and just attempting whatever you were drilling.
Oh, that happens naturally.
Like that. But like, do you feel like people should do that more to like level up quicker? I don't want to say quicker because I don't think it's like the right word. Yeah. More effectively.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Like I wonder if that can be translated in like other aspects too, like in striking and Muay Thai, boxing and stuff like that. But those are harder to go more live. I feel
it's harder. Yeah.
You know, because even grappling though, like, you know,
I feel like I feel like also in striking, you can do similar things. Like I remember when we did a little bit of MMA with John while we were in Puerto Rico, and he made us do like sparring, but limited. You can only use your jab. You can only use your footwork. You can only use this. You can only use that.
Still positional.
So it's kind of positional, you know, where you're learning how to use just the jab. You're learning.
Or is restrictive training?
Yeah, restrictive.
More so, right?
Yeah. I got this book, man, called, I forget the name, but like it's about restrictive training and all that stuff.
You're telling me about that. Yeah.
On the flight, I guess on the flights I'll be reading a little bit more right now.
Busy weekend.
Been a busy week.
Gratitude, baby. Gratitude.
Happy.
Gratitude.
Man. Amazingness, bro. Love it. So you mentioned the alley-oop. You shot me a little alley-oop.
Yep.
And then I missed it. You set me up with GSP, but I didn't shoot that ball. You said you played basketball, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you told me last time. You explained to me like the levels and everything. But what level did you play?
I played a JUCO. I played a JUCO level.
JUCO.
Yeah. So like JUCO usually is like, and then you transfer out. I don't think I talked about that last time. Yeah. So usually you transfer out. Like, so if you go play college, maybe you play at a higher level, and then you transfer to that same level, or you try transfer up to a higher level. Right, so some guys go straight to the highest level, right, because they're good, like especially at a high school. Maybe they had good grades and everything, things like that. There's stories where people walk on. Like, you know what walk-ons are?
No.
Like walk-ons are, it's like in college, right? They didn't get a scholarship, or they didn't make the team or something like that originally, but they're still going to school there, right? Okay. So like UT, for example, right? So they have all sports, right? So say people aren't on the team yet, but they just come to school there. Well, if they're good, right, maybe they played somewhere else. Now they have to go to try out for the team. So they have like walk-on tryouts. And those guys are only like if they're really good, make the team. Damn. Right? And so sometimes they make the team, but they're still like having to pay for school, right? Oof. And there's stories where guys are walk-ons and then they earn a scholarship.
It's like paying to compete.
Yeah, that's really what it is, honestly. But they're going to school, they have to take classes fucking full time. Yeah.
Paying to compete, to cook someone's food that is not like it's expired, you know.
Yeah, but that's like the highest level in like college and stuff before pros, before like high level, and then there's still levels in pros. Yeah. I feel like there's always like that, like, you know, like lower tier, higher tier. You know,
100%. It goes
like
it goes,
every sport, like and that's kind of how it was. Yeah, so I played a JUCO level, and my plan was to transfer, right? Maybe like a D3, D2, because I just want to go where I could play.
Okay.
But I was already fed up with the school, bro. I really was.
Which school was it?
What school? Just where I was going to school, junior college. Like, I'm talking like school in general.
Oh,
like
in
school
San
work.
Antonio?
No, it was in Uvalde.
Uvalde?
Yeah, it was JUCO there.
Serious?
Yeah.
Uvalde represent.
You know what I'm saying?
Like we mentioned last time, Uvalde was a great experience, man.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I went there once. I drove there once. I got pulled over 3 times.
I forgot we talked about that.
You forgot we talked about it? Well, I'm here to remind you.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
3 times.
Forget about it.
That was funny.
So, 3 times. I'm driving
for the seminar, which I thank you for coming to again, bro. Like, I really do.
No, thank you for coming. You kidding me, bro?
Linked it up.
Yeah, we tried to make the experience a little more.
Shout out PJ Talavera, Black Belt Academy, Uvalde, Texas.
Oh yeah, it was a great trip. I mean, the getting pulled over, guys, to debrief the story, it was just me. I ordered the car from Michigan. Shout out to my guy for linking that up. And when it got shipped, it had like the temporary license plate. It was like a piece of paper. It said expiration, like it had another 8 months before, or not 8 months, like a couple of months before it was expired. So I was like, oh, I can drive with this easy, no problem. But apparently the temporary plate was only valid in Michigan. So yeah, I didn't know that. They told me. The cops were on their A game, bro. I loved it.
They were, but I didn't know this until like the second time you got pulled over. Whenever, because like you said, you got pulled over, right? Whenever you came in college, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm taking you downtown, right, to show you some, and then you get pulled over again. I'm like, there's no way. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And then they're talking to you for a while, like
talk to me about everything,
right? And so I'm thinking like, dude, are they harassing him? I'm like, what the fuck, man? This is first time here, like, you know. I'm like, damn, I'm trying to show him around, a good time.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if I saw it whenever you came around or something, but you didn't have it up. Right? You didn't have it up all.
I had it.
No, you didn't have it up because they made you tape it in the back window.
Yeah, and I did a terrible job taping it. You could see it even less. The way I taped it, you could see it even less. It was like,
hey, the cop, you got out the car. This is what made me think they were harassing you, because you got out the car. You got out the car. You got out the car, and then he gets in the back seat. He starts climbing in the back. So I'm like, I'm from afar looking at this, and I'm like, wait, is he searching his car or what the fuck? And then and then I see him. The cop hands him something. I think he handed you tape.
Yeah, the cop was super chill, man. He started talking about his kids, their training, like their experience in competition, and I'm all interested. You know,
sure you're interested.
I'm all invested in that conversation, 100% attentive, bro. More attentive than now.
You asked them questions. Yeah, what's up? What else?
Wow, how amazing.
How long?
Tell me more,
brother.
please.
How long have you been with the force?
Oh, dude, I am so proud of you.
Don't give me a ticket.
The first time I used you, and the guy luckily also detected cauliflower.
Yeah.
Cauliflower's gotten me out of 2 tickets, once in New Jersey. And then once in Uvalde.
Hey.
Uvalde was good, man. There was menudo after the seminar. There were burgers. Your dad cooked up
some burgers, hot dogs. Yeah, it was cool, man. It was really cool. It was like for it being like kind of last minute, it was a pretty good turnout.
Taza's mom made menudo.
Yeah, that's what it was tough, man.
Menudo with the bones in there still, bro.
You had a few bowls, right? Didn't you have a couple?
Menudo is amazing, but it's not just tripe, huh? Or is it?
It's not just what?
Tripe.
What is tripe? I don't even know what that is.
Tripa. You don't know what tripa is?
Oh, I was like, what is tripe? yeah. No, tripa. That sounds.
Tripa, guys. Yeah. If you guys don't know what tripe is the skin of the stomach, no?
Yeah. It's like with menudo, is it the pig? I think it's the pig.
The pig, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's delicious.
Have you ever had pozole?
Pozole, I had some.
Pozole is so good.
Pozole has like these like lentils and not lentils,
yeah,
but like these beans.
Yeah,
kind of beans.
that's what it is, and it's like you make it with chicken.
And the broth is like a little bit spicy, red broth, super delicious.
I love menudo, but I like pozole more. They make it red and green. It's like red and green.
Green?
Yeah.
What,
two
from
versions
cilantro?
of it. Yeah, it's like the broth, like the color of it.
Oh damn,
it's pretty good.
Cilantro broth?
Yeah, I don't know if it's cilantro. I don't know how to cook. I don't cook. Taza, I don't cook that. I just eat it, man.
We eat.
I go visit. Mom's like, well, what do y'all want? If she's making pozole, hey, we're knocking it out. You know what I mean?
You can. Like a lot of people aren't soup people, but I feel like I don't care what kind you are. When you have menudo or pozole,
you're a soup person for sure. Mm-hmm. Absolutely,
you become a soup person.
You are. I'm a soup connoisseur now.
I'm a soup connoisseur, like you said. It was a great experience, man. I really felt the like, unfortunately, the tragic event that happened. I felt like it strengthened the community.
Yeah,
and anytime you go through hardships with, whether it's family, whether it's with the community, it's gonna bring you guys together. There's always a little positive that comes out of it.
Yeah, of course, like that was, he said super tragic and still surreal, bro. Even surreal, like especially getting the call, and thankfully, like, none of my immediate family was affected, but you can't help but feel for those families affected. It's a small town, like, somebody's mom, somebody's sister, somebody's cousin, somebody's so-and-so, and knowing that they just lost somebody, like, bro, I can't even, it's tough, so you can't help but feel for them. So my condolences still to them.
My condolences, bro. And honestly, you could feel like driving by the school, I could feel a certain energy.
Like, like I told you, I went to their 1st through 4th grade, man.
That's crazy.
1st through 4th grade. Yeah, Robb Elementary, man. And so now they're not using it anymore.
Was there like...
They're building actually a new school. I just found this out when I went back home. They're building a brand new school. Like, not there, but it's a different location, but it's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be another elementary school or another pre-K, or I don't know, but it looks pretty big.
Nice, man. They're going to have basketball there?
Hopefully. You're
going to go coach on the weekends?
Dude, I will go kill, like, I'll go smoke some kids. They want these ones, dog. Dude, I don't care if they're 5 or 6.
What is the name of the move where you take the ball and then you throw at the guy's forehead and it bounces back at you?
Off the heezy?
Off the heezy.
Off the heezy?
Off the heezy. You're going to off the heezy every kid, bro.
You got the crossovers. You got your in and outs. You got a lot of moves. Bro, literally, it's like counters. There's counters. Like in jiu-jitsu, bro, I can connect this shit for you. Like,
transitions.
I hit you with one move, you defend it, then I hit you with the other move.
Yeah. In soccer, it was the same thing. We had step overs too.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, they translate. You know what I mean? Like the footwork. Like for sure.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's like helps your style in some way? Do you feel like certain things?
Yeah.
From sports background.
100%, man.
Yeah. In what way? How did they affect you?
I feel like anytime someone's trained or competed from a young age has some kind of advantage because you've pushed yourself, you've trained hard, that passion, that level of drive, that level of effort you need to put into something, the level of professionalism. Soccer is a very deep competitive sport, man. You know what I mean? You gotta actually be a professional, like, eat well, sleep well, everything, recover well. You know what I mean?
You don't have to. But if you choose to like be at like,
depending on your life choices,
if you want to be good, right? That's how I feel. Because have you ever seen people who are just talented? Like just talented as fuck.
Yeah.
Like whatever they pick up or what they decide to do, they're just fucking good at. Maybe they're not even as disciplined or as fucking as professional, but they're like good. You know?
Yeah. No. 100%. You see them all the time. You know, in different sports.
Yeah.
Like you see people, you know, be just relying on talent and then not necessarily
the
putting
skill.
in the same. Yeah. Some people, you know, take shortcuts. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
In sports. But
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Now imagine not taking the shortcuts and still getting on it. Superpowers.
There you go. But I do respect people who do take it seriously, like how you said, that professionalism, like you know, that to the craft, whatever you decide to do, whatever you know.
But this is what you preach. No, me versus me.
For sure, yeah. Bro, it's a battle daily, man.
Johnny's Instagram is JohnnyG_me versus me.
It's the truth. It's the truth. I don't just say it as a brand, bro. I live this shit. We all live our shit. Like we really do. Like daily decisions. Like, oh, do I sleep in a little bit? Do I wake up a little bit earlier? Do I want to get the lift in? No, I want to get the lift in. Especially on competition days, like you felt it, right? You ever get these emotions? Like, do you ever have like, or early on, did you ever like before competitions, like have to psych yourself like in? Like, did you ever like all these thoughts coming into your head before a competition or a big competition, and it's just like maybe there's a little bit of doubt, but then you have to psych yourself out with a little more confidence.
Come competition day, it's all gone, man.
Right? That's always.
Come competition day, it's all gone.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Outs and all that. No, there's none.
I've dealt with that when I was younger.
During like, but what, fighting or basketball?
No, basketball, and then even fighting. Honestly, early on when I first started, there's always been like, that's why it's like this voice, like this good angel, this bad angel, like that. Are
Maybe I should have. I don't know.
Telling me that's good as you didn't.
Maybe a little bit of doubt will keep you a little bit in check. I don't know. Who knows?
Well, because like there's like ways. I don't know. Maybe it stems from my childhood, or maybe it stems from like a lot of injuries back to back. Who knows?
Yeah.
Right. But there's been moments where it's like a little bit of doubt is here. And I heard Mike Tyson talking about it one time on his pod.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
He was talking about, he's like, anytime you get doubt, you get fear, you throw positive back at it. Like you throw positive back at it.
Yeah.
You know.
I guess that's what I'm doing.
That's what what it is. That's what I've gotten better at though. You know, growing through the journey, because if there's doubt, if there's any fear, there's any ounce of that, like I'm fucking, maybe my subconscious taps into it, you know, like gratitude, I'm confident, like telling myself, like self-talk. I do that a lot now. Self-talk.
Yeah.
I'll be hyping myself up.
Yeah. I mean, I notice it also like outside of competition. You know what I mean? I feel like it happens also outside of competition.
In what way?
But you know, like you perceive things in a more negative fashion than they actually are, you know, depending on like, you know, maybe a specific deadline that's there or a specific way someone, you know, acted with you. Like your depends on your expectations.
It's on you how you want to go about it. That's exactly how you put it. That's everyday shit outside of competition.
Yeah.
And no one's telling us to do these things. Like one thing I respect about you is the professionalism. No one tells you, and no one sees this. No one sees the behind the scenes shit. No one sees it. You know, like how serious you take the rehydration, how serious you take the recovery process. You know, when you go and teach, you still bring the lunchbox. You're always loaded. You know, carbing up again. You know, replenishing the fuels. Like this is shit people don't see. But that's like you making a decision to want to be the best version of yourself in your craft.
Yeah.
No one tells you to do that.
Yeah.
No one was like, hey Taza, you should do this to try to be the best at this, or try to be a high level, one of the best in the world. No one coaching you to do these things. Maybe you've got help, right? But you got to make the decision to actually pursue and want to get some info and actually, you know. So hey, props, bro. I respect that a lot about you, though.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Well, I mean, you are a big like reminder daily for me for like gratitude. You know, you always bring a upbeat, positive energy. You
Appreciate
know what I mean?
that.
No, for real, man. Like in the gym, it's always like you're always never a source of like, you know, I've never seen you down or low or like not smiling, like not fucking upbeat and shit.
Yeah. So energy is contagious, man. Energy is contagious. I'm a big believer in that, bro.
But there's also like, you know, there's another thing is self-awareness. You know what I mean? Like you're aware of these things. You try to put thought into it. You introspect a bit. You think about certain things, why they pissed you off, why they bothered you, what's like you read a little bit how your body's reacting to things. Maybe you feel less energy, you feel a little bit weaker. So you try to introspect, you know what I mean? You start to think.
Yeah, you ask those questions. It's just about asking those questions, I feel like. But do you ever feel like some people don't want to ask those questions about to themselves?
Oh, a lot of people don't introspect, or or they introspect and then they're always right in their heads. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like sometimes you gotta look at the other side, you know. I feel like also the ability to, you know, like even if you bring it up, how you bringing it up to someone.
Yeah, the way you could come off, or whatever it is.
Like there's always, you know, this spectrum. Like there's like when you play music, like there's low volume, high volume. Like there's always a level of aggressiveness you can come about something when you're bringing it up.
Yeah,
you know, if you're coming right off the bat aggressive, then obviously the real issue at hand might be like overlooked. Like if I'm coming at you super aggressive about something, it's about something kind of mundane, or it's not like really not deserves the amount of
catastrophic or not too serious.
Like right off the bat, one thing, boom, you hit me with the max level of aggressiveness. Yeah, you know what I mean. But there's the other flip side too, where there's like something pretty serious, and then you're not saying, or you're saying something, and there's not enough like weight behind your message, so people don't really get what you're trying to.
I get exactly.
You know what I mean? You gotta find the balance. You know what I mean? And there's sometimes like if it's redundant, it's repetitive, then obviously you gotta crank up the volume a bit. Yeah. You know, but if you crank up the volume from the start,
too much,
or you do it at the wrong time, and then maybe you could have been a little bit more like understanding, or like maybe okay, well let's try this, let's try that. Then you introspect. Yeah. Then okay, well maybe me, like something, you change what you can control, you know? Yeah. I feel like that kind of introspection can translate, whether it's competition, whether it's, you know.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I feel like
the day to day.
Yeah, because then it's like that, like you are what you do, everything. Go for it.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, you were just talking about the you know, just the level of introspection that you can have when you're dealing with people, or like just yourself, you know, matches or things like that. So I appreciate it, man. But you know, those are all things I feel like over time you learn them. You know, you don't have the choice. As you grow, you mature.
Yeah. But like how you said, introspect, right? Like looking like within. Damn, we get really spiritual right now.
Yeah.
Really spiritual. But it's like you learn about yourself in ways that you probably didn't know before if you didn't look in, like for real, right? Type shit. Like I'm like, damn, am I really like this? Or like how you said you reacted a certain way in like a mundane situation. You're like, damn, why am I reacted? It's probably something some demons you never battled before.
I feel like this is also a good way to read it. Like you read into yourself. Like if you're coming at someone hard for maybe something that doesn't need to be addressed the way it's being addressed, maybe there's something else. You know, then you start looking at yourself. Hey, what irritated you? When did it start irritating me? What's building? What's, you know what I mean? Then you got to go back and like kind of change certain assumptions about certain events, or, you know, you backtrack, and then you kind of let, you know, these negative things like play out, these negative emotions play out, like run their course, and then boom, you're chilling.
That's like, I feel like focusing on introspecting, focusing on what you can control. Yeah.
My bad, man.
Oh, that's what you were talking. I didn't know what you were like doing to me. I was like, what's going on? You did the hand signal.
Just had to get a little.
Thought you were throwing me an alley oop or something.
No alley oops here, man. No, it's just grappling in this house, man.
For real, bro. We were about to go over something real quick. Let me borrow you real quick.
We're about to go over. I'm just like.
Can't give away too much, man. Can't give away too much.
I won't say it. Uvalde, man. If you had to give back to Uvalde, what would you do? Like, obviously you're already giving back, because like we're talking about it now. You're the first person from that I meet. You're always giving back.
Bro, that's fire, bro. All for Uvalde, bro. That's where I found purpose, bro. Like, I was selfish. I'm still selfish in certain ways, but like understanding, and I appreciate like all the love and like all the respect I get from back home, because there's a lot of people that support me a lot and shout me out a lot.
Yeah, dude.
From what I was doing, you know, and it's really inspiring, and I've felt like it's bigger than me. Like, you know, if I can like do something and give back to my community, that's huge. You feel me? Especially like things that have happened, you know, over the past, and, you know, and so like if I could just give back in any way, you know, spread any positivity back home, then I'm gonna do it. Feel me?
Yeah. Last time we had a great idea. It's worth mentioning again, I think. you're like, a gym? I don't think so. Well, we need to open.
No, yeah, because like, oh, it was like a gym or a bar. It's a bar.
But a bar that plays the fights. So you get, so people
I mean, you know what? Because there's a few gyms there back home.
You brought up a good point. Like when you go to Uvalde, you're going to watch, you're trying to go watch these fights at the bars. They don't play the fights.
Yeah.
They don't watch these big UFC events. Why not, bro? UFC's like, most people that I chat with on this podcast, they tell me like, yeah, through UFC, my dad found it. So MMA is a big funnel to jiu-jitsu.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's how grows the sport. That's how grows the sport of jiu-jitsu.
Grows everything. Grows martial arts sport. Grows boxing. Grows Muay Thai. Grows. Some people start. My case, I started MMA, and then I went to boxing, and then I went to jiu-jitsu after.
That's so wild how it played out, right? Yeah. That's so wild. Like, what did you like? You didn't lose a love for those things, though, right? Whenever you started gravitating towards jiu-jitsu, or was it like just interest?
My mindset was let me get really good at something so that when I do MMA, I have the strong base.
Okay.
I was trying to take my time. I was trying to chip away at it.
So then, where was the point of like, I'm just gonna focus on this?
No, MMA is just. I feel like boxing. It was first at boxing. I liked it. I'm like, oh well. But boxing, it never forgot about MMA. Gotta know how to. You need to know how to punch. Whatever you do jiu-jitsu, you do wrestling, you need to know how to punch, man. You need to know how to throw a jab.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're a gi guy, no gi guy, whatever you do. As a human being, especially as a dude, you know what I mean?
Preach.
You need to know how to male, female, equally.
Yeah.
But especially male. I guess not equally, but especially male. You just need to know how to punch, man. You don't know how to defend yourself or defend your girl or something like that. You know what I mean? You need to know how to punch.
Yeah.
So anyway,
a nice 1-2 down the pipe.
Just the jab, jab, switch stance, shoot a head outside double or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Come on, man. Come on, males out here.
We reached
the
George.
There you go.
The GSP.
Yeah.
I am impressed by your performance.
Cozy, man.
No alley-oop needed this time. That's a 3-pointer right there.
You threw it to yourself. You scored the bucket on yourself. That job and switch that.
Switch that stance.
The head outside.
The head outside, that one.
At least that.
But anyways, I started with it. But anyways, that's what I was saying. You're trying to give back to the community, and I'm thinking like it's not a bad idea. It's still like kind of good. It's still constructive. You get people into martial arts. You open a bar. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, it'd be cool. You can do both.
You can do events at the bar.
Exactly.
Enigma TV's done that before,
you can do
guys.
at the gym.
Oscar Blues. Oscar Blues was fun.
Yeah, man. Oscar Blues. I've had a few beers there. In my time here.
Drink the.
My time here, I remember I had a few beers there one time.
Yeah. But they closed down, no?
Yeah.
Why did they close down?
I don't know.
Management or something?
I have no idea.
They found rats there or something?
No idea.
I had the craziest I had the longest match in my career.
I was there. Yeah, I saw that. It's 40 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Like, was there a point at all, like after like the fucking minute 35, where it was just like, were you just like locked in? There's part of you like, no, I'm gonna fucking win this match.
I'm pretty tired. Yeah, I was feeling pretty fatigued.
That's a long fucking time.
Yeah, it's ADCC rules too, so there's a lot of scrimmaging, a lot of fighting for positions. It's not like, oh, let him get to my back.
There's a lot of wrestling exchanges too.
A lot of wrestling exchanges, and it was against a tough opponent. Like Andy Villas, known like he's no joke. He's pretty tough. He's a tough guy. He's done good. So. Yeah, I mean, do I switch off? I don't know. There was a point in time where you gotta read your opponent too. Like at some points, I felt him tired, so I tried to. It gives you energy when you feel him tired.
Yeah.
Then at some point,
smell blood, so to speak.
Or the other way around. When your head maybe on a point or two, then you kind of you're more cautious.
It's pacing though.
So it fluctuated. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But then the no points section, obviously, I was trying to be as active as I can. But then the later it got, when I felt him get tired, I definitely started shooting more, started just fucking collar tie, level change, shoot, and then figure it out after, you know what I mean? So I kind of was thinking less and I was just firing off more, because you're tired. There's that fear factor from like the first minute or two, like, oh my God, I gotta be careful of this, gotta be careful of that. When you're slippery, when you're tired, that kind of goes away a bit. Yeah. And you just start firing
more free.
Off. Yeah.
Just go.
For me, that's why I like these long matches, man. Like, I wouldn't mind having more matches like that.
Yeah.
What you saying, man? What you saying? Long matches, bro. Let's go.
I think how many ADCC matches ever have gone full 40 minutes?
A bunch. Well, I can think of
40 minutes?
Yeah, Rafa Mendes and Cobrinha at ADCC. I forget which ADCC.
What year?
We need Mo Jassim here. Mo Jassim's the real encyclopedia when it comes to these things. What year? I don't remember.
But there's been a lot that go 40 minutes?
Not a lot. Some people quit. I think it was Verdum.
40 minutes now.
Was it Verdum and Roger Gracie or some shit like that?
Someone against Roger just didn't get off a stool. Yeah.
Just quit. Like they I don't even know why they gave them a break. I don't think you're not even supposed to take breaks.
No, back in the day, there was a 1 minute break between overtime.
There was a minute break between overtime. Christos said, damn, I didn't know that. Well, the guy just didn't stand up. He was like, all right, I'm done. That's it. That's it for me, boys. Safe.
Tapped out.
It's been real. Yeah.
Dang.
No, but it's fun, man. It's fun to go over these like barriers, you know.
You ever competed? Like, what was the time where you competed and you were going through something? Like maybe you were sick, maybe it was an injury, maybe you had a bad weight cut. Was there one that sticks out where you had to compete and it was just like a damn, no one knows what I'm going through right now, but I'm still competing?
The first EBI I did, and I think 2017. Was it 2017? Yeah, 2017 EBI. I just like exploded my knee, and then the next week I competed, and then this year it was a match against.
Wait, you exploded it like what? Tear?
I mean, it was an LCL sprain. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know how bad it was at the
Yeah.
time, bro. I was still like very young. I didn't take anything seriously. You know, like if people make fun of me like now, oh, the guy's got bands all over him. He does 40-minute warm-ups. Yeah, because there was a point where I wasn't doing any of it, and I didn't care. And then shit starts to click, it starts to lock up.
Yeah.
Things start to pop and go out of place. Yeah, now I gotta take shit seriously, of course.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I want to stay in the game. And then I had ACL surgery. ACL surgery was crazy. You know what I mean? Coming back from it, so it's a very like good learning process. You know what I mean?
And
But
you competed shortly after like ACL surgery?
ACL surgery, yeah, the first comp that I did was in ADCC. So that one, like I was just talking to one of my old roommates about it. I'm like, because we were living together when I was doing the ADCC 2019 camp. 2019? Yeah, 2019. I was coming back from ACL and it was like, you know, I hadn't competed. I was coming off, and then the first comp was ADCC, and I get Renato Canuto.
What was the timetable from surgery to ADCC?
1 year.
Exactly 1 year?
1 year, yeah.
And that's pretty fast.
It is pretty quick, man. It is pretty quick. Yeah,
pretty fast.
ACL, it's quick. It was also like, you know,
And you're grappling.
it's the mental aspect of it.
You know, it's not like you're not playing like other sports. Like, of course, you're starting, stopping, but like people are trying to rip your knees apart.
Exactly. And
That's wild, though.
I didn't wrestle during that camp. I didn't do any wrestling.
Yeah.
I did zero wrestling. I was kind of afraid of playing legs, you know, so I didn't have that full confidence. So, I mean, people knew what was going on, but like, in my head, I was definitely going in like, during the match, you can see me limping, like especially in overtime, I'm limping, like one leg is like a little bit fatigued and like still like these imbalances or this fear in my head still not gone, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
There's that, and then, you know, there's now a match this year I took against Tynan Dalpra where I feel like the timing of it was just not smart. I had a lot going on with trials. I had a lot of traveling going on, a lot of cutting weight, and the conditions were not like ideal for me.
You have a weight cut story? Tough weight cut story? What's the
Not
worst
about
experience?
me. It was about Christos, but I've said it on the last podcast. If you guys want to listen to it, we'll put the link. The last podcast
in the description.
The quick description is Christos passed out in front of me, and I was like, bro, forget the weight cut. And then it was a quintet event.
Yeah.
Quintet event. So we're getting paid to make weight like as a team. I'm telling you, fuck the money. I don't care. And what did Big Dan say?
He was like, nah, you gotta make weight.
You gotta make weight. He even asked him to lose more and more weight. Sorry, Dan, for throwing under the bus, but it's the truth.
Gotta get it done. Oh, it was last, what, 2-3 pounds? How much?
Not even. It was the day before, bro. He passed out the day before.
But like, how much did you need to go?
He needed, how many more pounds did you need to lose?
A couple, 2?
He had to get in the sauna and do like a proper cut.
He didn't even start his cut, bro.
Oh, really?
He passed out. It was Friday afternoon. The weigh-ins was Saturday morning. So we had not hit the sauna. We hadn't like actually tried to like shed.
You wasn't trying to sweat, or you hadn't sweated out anything.
I mean, we were sweating.
But like, I'm talking about like a cut, like the weight cut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like I said, guys, the full story. The full story is there's a hike. There's a hot box in the car. Not that kind. The other one where we actually like hot boxing it, like raising the temperature, wearing a lot of clothes, and sweating.
I've done that. I've done that on
we did that too, and that. That and that. And then, yeah, that led to Christos passing out right in front of Eddie Bravo, too. You know, I mean, maybe he brought that nervous energy with him. I don't know, but I was freaking out, man. That scared the shit out of me.
What was going through your head? What it was?
It was going through my head. I'm like, bro, go get this guy. Go get this guy.
You're like, bro, get up.
Go get him in bed. Hide him, you know, so there's no, like, police or anything or, like, ambulance involved. I was freaking out, and I was worried, bro. This guy just fucking fell to the floor in front of me, bro. Are you kidding me? Crumbled like a bag of fucking potatoes, man. You just crumble. Anyways, it was good, but I think now I'm at the point where I have to be a little bit. That's one of the lessons I learned this year is I have to be a little bit more selective with matches, high profile matches as well.
But what was yours? Did you have a bad weight cut experience?
Bad weight
like
cut?
where you were like, fuck, like, or was it a lot of weight? Or you've been pretty dialed in?
I think it was the same one as Christos because I was coming back from back-to-back antibiotic cycles.
Ooh,
back jump.
Yeah.
Bad. It was that year.
Yeah.
It was bad, man. Because antibiotics, you take it once, you're more likely to catch it again. Your gut health, it comes weaker. It kills your immune system more and more.
Yeah.
So you catch it, you're not smart about how you come back. It's very, very serious, man. And then you start to have bacteria that are resistant to antibiotics. This is where shit gets serious.
They come back stronger.
They come back stronger, and then they give it to other people. You know what I mean? That's why this is something to be taken very seriously if you're listening.
There you go. People listening out there, take it serious.
I mean, there's different approaches. There's you know, some people say you don't want to shower too much. You know, but if you're training, you don't shower if you train?
There you go.
I mean, some people do. I know some people do.
Don't shower after they train?
Some people don't shower after they train, bro. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Sebastian Artorius, you filthy bastard.
But you've been good though, right? Pretty much like
since that it's been good. Okay. It's been good, bro. I've been shout out to my nutritionist Capo Dalio, shout out to just Roca Training Center, showers there, you know what I mean? Just shower right after training. Try to get sunlight. Luckily in Austin there's a lot of it. Yeah. Grounding.
You like that better down south? It's supposed to like up north?
I love it. But I like a bit of diversity in the weather. So I like the
summer all year, baby.
Summer all year, baby.
It's cold. It get cold. It's cold now. It's cold for me, bro. It's cold for me.
That's cute.
It gets below 60. I'm like, oh, okay. What are we doing out here now?
I'm excited to go to Montreal next week for the holidays. You know what I mean?
Yeah, good for you, man.
See some snow,
man. Yeah.
See some winter. But then I'm there for 10 days. I enjoy it, and then I come back here and I'm chilling. You know, now when I come back here, it'll be still cold, but it's nothing compared
to that. It says it's snowing right now?
There was snow today. Dude, there's you need a legit coat there. You're not going out with your hoodie. Yeah. No, man. Not even coat. 2 hoodies. Not even 2 hoodies and a shirt and a rash guard underneath. That's not enough.
You need a thick coat.
You need a real winter coat.
2 hoodies.
You need
shirt,
a scarf. You
rash
need gloves. You need a beanie. You need these things. You need boots. You don't wear boots, you actually your feet are gonna freeze. Now, obviously, if you're walking 10 meters to get into your car, you get into your house, it's in a garage that's heated. Yeah. You know, but not everybody's got the luxuries. Yeah. You know, everybody's got the luxuries.
You have to make a compilation of these in person. Every time he does it, you're gonna have to make a compilation.
I'm gonna have to tell the freelancer, watch all the podcasts since Reese, and then boom, make a compilation.
It's gonna be a bit now. You have to tell people
George
give them their best.
Me, man. If someone sends this to George, man, I'm screwed. He's gonna double leg the shit out of me.
That's a legend, bro. That's a legend.
The jab is a decoy. That's what he says. The jab is
a decoy?
Something like that.
I mean, it could be. Yeah, for sure.
Dude, once George was teaching. Once George was teaching, and
you were about to say the story.
Yeah. No. Once there's a story, and then he was showing a guard pass because Fras would make him show techniques. Like back when I was just training in Montreal, Mondays was the biggest session. It was all the MMA guys went in. They brought their gloves. I needed a mouthpiece for that session because people were actually punching me. Yeah. Doing cage work. You know what I mean? And then he would have George teach techniques sometimes. And then he was showing a guard pass. He has a very good far side knee cut that he hits from the near side underhook. Let's say I'm half guard and I have a near side underhook.
He goes opposite over
and then he knee cuts, and then he said something like, I pass his guard like a knife through hot butter. Did you get it?
Yeah.
It's a knife. Hot butter. just grab a straw, man. Drink that shit up. You don't need to. You don't need to.
He said, did you get it?
I didn't see you react, bro. I'm like, bro, this is fucking funny. It's fucking hilarious, bro.
Oh shit.
Once he was showing a sweep from close guard, and then he, instead of saying pendulum, he said I pigeon. I pigeon the leg in that direction. Oh man. He's a great guy, man. George, bro. Amazing guy, man.
I'm crying.
Love him. It's so fun. I mean, anyways, for you know what? One day we're gonna make a paid section for this podcast, and then I'm gonna tell stories like the one I was gonna say about George, but I cannot say it. There's some stories you cannot say, bro.
Off camera shit.
Off camera shit.
Off camera shit.
Pay up.
Patreon
coming soon. Coming your way. But yeah, I'm excited, man. Winter's gonna be good. You know, I like a little bit of diversity. Austin's blessed here. I love it here. You know, it's good. It's nice. Training's good. You know, at the end of the day, like, you just adapt wherever you live. No.
Yeah.
You've lived where? Uvalde. Where else?
Here. That's it.
That's it. No San Antonio.
No San Antonio. I visit. I mean, I was there a lot, like my childhood, though.
It's in between, no? It's in between.
Yeah, it's both. Like an hour from Uvalde. It's like an hour.
Hour from Uvalde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, you know, the drive from San Antonio to Uvalde?
San Antonio to Uvalde, yeah.
It's like a completely different drive from here to San Antonio.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Right? It's like open field. It's like nothing. It's only small towns.
A lot
like,
of speed check cars. A lot of... I saw border patrol.
Border patrol, yeah. You never seen a border patrol before?
First time in my life.
What? That's crazy.
I never seen them, man.
Yeah.
Like the cars
well, that's why, going back to your car, right? Going back to you getting pulled over, right? You had a car... Like going down South Texas-ish, right? Could be a little shady, you know, and especially with no plates.
No, that's what. When I bought it, I got one of my students.
You're thugging out here, bro.
I got one of my students skiing the car. He's like, bro, you know this car here? It's regarded as the car for like drug dealers. You know? Shit, man, what you serving, boy? Nothing, bro. Sumigashis. Free sumigashis. That's what we're serving, man.
Yeah, that's why whenever I saw the car, cause I didn't think I saw the car. That was my first time seeing the car.
It's a Chrysler 300.
Yeah, whenever you came into Uvalde, I was like, okay, I can kind of see why.
It's a Chrysler 300, man. I mean, bro, why don't you buy a nice car? Who cares, bro?
It's a nice car.
It's okay car. You know what I mean? It's good. It gets the job done. It gets me from point A to point B.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And I'm not
gonna... You gotta make some sales.
Dude, not just that. Like right now, what's the point of me splurging money on a fancy car? When I can like save it up, invest it in something nice.
There you go. You're thinking responsibly.
Yeah, invest in something cool.
Yeah.
What would you invest first then? Let's say you have
car.
$1 million.
No, I'm just kidding.
What car? What car? Depends. What car?
No,
maybe it's a car that you can rent out, like a Turo car.
Well, see, what if that's an investment? What if you buy the car and you make it an investment? You rent it out. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Could be, but it's You
know what I mean?
Isn't it?
There's rental car services out here that are like...
There's an app I use. It's called Turo. Turo. It's actually like pretty good. And then actually when I scratched once I scratched the car, they don't pay for shit, but he has to deal with taking it to the mechanic. He has to deal with this. He has to deal with that. There's still work involved.
Comes out of his pocket, comes out of their pocket, or whoever.
No, it comes
the
out
car owner.
It comes out the guy who rented the car. They come out your pocket.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't pay for shit.
Oh.
Well, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, he told me, hey, this would cost this much, that much. Please send me the money. I'm like, okay, I'll send you the money. You know?
Interesting.
Could be. I just feel like I'd like to invest in something I enjoy, kind of, you know, something that I like, I know of. I think that's one of the most important things when you invest, no?
What are some investments you want to make in the future?
Me, man, me personally, I'd love to have like a professional training facility in the mountains, you know what I mean? Clean air, beautiful views, altitude.
Like a training facility, like like a certain type of gym, like a different type of gym, or like
gym, like academy.
Okay, like an academy.
Academy with a gym in it, maybe with like a recovery center, maybe
a big old sports facility.
We can get the barber shop.
Yeah.
Put the barber shop in there.
Barber shop with the gym.
Little coffee shop. Hey, maybe you want to take a girl on a date. You want to freshen up first. They get you the cut.
You go get a cut. you train. No, you get the cut before you train, or train, shower, cut,
shower,
coffee,
take a
date at the coffee shop.
You forgot something. You gotta eat something before, bro. After training, you gotta get yourself an acai bowl, a little panini.
Oh, so it's really gonna be like a coffee shop. Not just coffee.
Not
acai bowls, smoothies,
sandwiches.
There you go.
Sandwiches, you know, little panino, chicken panino.
Croissants. No kolaches. Nah,
keep it
healthy.
Keep it healthy. You guys can go to Austin for kolaches. You go to Christos's event. Okay, you can stop by Lone Star Kolashi. You know what I mean?
There you go. Yeah.
Or if you're driving from Austin to Dallas, Buc-ee's is good. Don't get me wrong, it's good, but it's overhyped a bit.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, bro.
You didn't like it the first time?
It's good. The sandwich is amazing, but you look at the listing of ingredients in the brisket. Bro, man.
But don't do that. Don't do that. You can't do that. Man. You can't do that, though. It takes away from the experience.
Well, don't put the ingredients down.
Come on, don't read it.
Don't write down a freaking journal of ingredients.
You can't go to Pizza Hut and you're going to eat pizza and then like go and look at the ingredients. You know what? Maybe I don't like this pizza.
You got to go to Desano Pizzeria.
Desano's good. Desano's good. Yeah.
This guy and his Domino's here. You're ruining his...
Domino's? Little Caesars?
The lava cakes.
Okay.
Yo,
I don't think I've ever had a lava cake from Domino's.
Just have bread, put it in a toaster, put some honey on it. Better than a lava cake.
You like Domino's pizza though?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
You like pizza?
I've had Domino's is good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like every pizza's good. Any pizza's good.
Thank you. Yeah, I feel the same. I mean, because I've heard people say like, I didn't like this pizza. They didn't like this pizza.
No.
I'm biased towards pizza.
All pizzas are good. You know what I mean? I used to go to school in Montreal. They had these massive slices for a toonie for $2.
That's what they call it, a toonie? Toonie's $2 in Montreal?
Yeah.
What's $3?
$3.
Three-knee?
Looney is 1, toonie's 2, and then that's it. Stop at 2.
Why?
The Canadian, they don't know how to count the 3. They can't count the 3, bro.
No three-knee? No quarter-knee?
No.
Toonie, leanie?
Yeah, there was these $2 pizzas, and then you can get a $1 pizza. You can go get a $20 pizza, but they're all good.
Damn, at school?
Mm-hmm.
Damn,
not at
$20 pizzas?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, $20 pizza at that kind of pizzeria, you get a massive pizza.
Oh, okay. At my school, in middle school, they used to have these square pizzas, and they had like little cube pepperonis. Fire. Dude, they're good.
York
now, how healthy they were for the kids? Probably not.
Dude, in New York.
Probably microwavable.
Yeah.
Still fire, though.
When we used to train at Henzo's, there was this spot right next to Madison Square Garden, because that's where Henzo's was, literally 1 block away. And they had these square, thick slices, like a thick layer of sauce, and then they have
thick, like were they square? They were square, thick, like what style is that? Is it Chicago style? Is it?
No, it was like I think Southern Italy style.
Okay.
But I know the deep dish is a different story, but it wasn't that. It was a different kind of style.
Interesting.
Oh, man, at the end of the week, I'd go with this guy Cameron Donnelly, Scottish guy. Dude, we gotta drop the Scottish accent on this podcast one day.
Yeah, do it.
No, right now I'm not warmed up for this. I haven't done it in a long time. I need practice. Maybe if I have him on one day, you'll just have him. We're gonna have to have like subtitles though, because sometimes it's hard to catch.
The accent's that strong.
I'm used. I grew up in
well, you
Saudi
speak
Arabia.
76 languages. So
76 indeed.
There you go.
There we go. But what's it called? But in all seriousness, where I grew up in Saudi Arabia, it was a compound. It was like a gated community. And it was expats from all over the world. I mentioned it on the podcast. I had a lot of people from Scotland, actually. Ireland, I had people from England, you know what I mean? Like,
so you grew up around different type of accents, right? All over?
Yeah.
Texan? Southern? You got a good old Southern accent?
American, not too much, boy.
See, you need to work on it a little bit.
It's coming along.
Yeah, no? Like a little South talk, you know what I'm saying? With a dip can.
That's it. I just need more boots, more cowboy hats. Go to the ranch a little bit more. And they'll come along, you blend, you become your environment, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do I have a Texan accent? I don't know. Do I have a Southern accent?
I feel like
no. Is it normal? I feel like I talk normal. I don't know.
Bro, yeah.
Normal, right?
Very normal.
Right?
Yeah.
Are you from Texas? You're from Texas? Where are you from?
Greece.
Boston?
He's from Greece. He's from Greece.
Yeah, but I feel like people just talk normal, I feel. And then like people that are from other southern states have a different type of South accent.
Maybe.
I say y'all a lot. But I don't say it like y'all.
No.
Right?
When I went to Midland, it was a little bit spicier.
The yaw?
The accent in general. Midland, Texas, a little bit, just a little bit.
How? Give me an example. Just kidding.
It's hard to tell, but it was a little bit more stretched out. You know, the words like
it's hard to tell, but
yeah.
A little bit more. I got it. Not too much, but a little bit.
Midland was good.
Southern hospitality.
That's what I mean.
Hey, I'm getting good. I'm getting good at that.
So yeah, man, we dreamed a little bit. We went to the mountains a little bit. That's the facility. That's what I would love to do, man. That's the dream. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd like that, man. I feel
that's
like
solid. Nice mat space, little gym to the side, coffee shop, barber shop. How many barbers?
6.
That's a good question.
6.
6 barbers at the gym?
6 or 8.
That's a lot. That's a damn barber shop. That's a full barber shop.
A barber shop.
So an actual barber shop, not just like barber, like a chair.
No.
You on 2 or 3? You on 6? You on 6 or 8? 6 or 8. Decent booth rent.
Decent
rate.
We bring down the price. Barbers are happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Make sure the barbers are cutting.
You gotta have tryouts.
Tryouts.
Do you have tryouts? Would you have tryouts?
Tryouts
for the barbers, or you just go out based off the portfolio?
I didn't know they had barber tryouts, man.
No, I don't think they do. I'm just saying.
Sure. We can have tryouts. We can have an invitation.
Well, then how do you know how are you gonna hire them?
Oh, it's the invitational. We can start that, but we can be the start of cutting haircut.
Dang,
like
there has to be a show. There has to be a show, barber.
For sure, yeah.
Like, you know, they have like the ink master, like tattoo artists and stuff. They have to have one for like barbers.
They have one for people that make coffee, barista.
Do they really?
Yeah.
What does
make the greatest cappuccino?
Bro, I bet you it has to be hard.
It is because the temperature of the water.
You were a bartender. You said you were a bartender, right?
Bartender,
Never been a barista?
Barista, well, yes. When I was bartending, you have to make coffees too.
Whoa, oh, really?
Yeah, bro. At night, people are getting like
I know like the espresso martinis.
Espresso martinis, but you have a lot of drinks with coffee. You know
which
what I mean?
ones?
Like they mix in like Kahlua. Like there's a lot of liquors that are based on coffee, like Kahlua, for example.
Yeah.
You can mix coffee with Baileys. You can mix coffee with Tia Maria, for example. Mm-hmm. Like creamy kind, and then you gotta make an actual latte out of it. You know what I mean? So I'm in here bartending at like 1 a.m. and I get a freaking order and it says
that's the suck.
Espresso latte frappuccino martini whatever, and dude, it's people are drunk, it's slippery. At this point the bar, there's like crushed limes on the floor everywhere. You're running low on this, you're running low, and then this guy wants a freaking espresso latte martini whatever at freaking 2 a.m. bro. So much work because you know the frother for the milk? Yeah, you're gonna have to be able to see in the dark. You have to, you know what I mean?
You gotta go to the light. You gotta go and see.
Go on the light, make the milk.
So that was the worst drink that you hated making?
Yeah.
As a bartender? Mm-hmm. Especially when it's like busy? Mm-hmm. Bro, that's what I think. I've gone to places where like the bartenders are probably making good money, but it's like they're fucking working.
You get work.
Like get work. It's like physical. Like you're in and out.
Dude,
and you might be drunk too. For real, I know I probably would be, honestly, if I was a bartender. Shit.
Yeah, I mean,
they're like, yeah, can we get 10? I'm like, bro, make it 12 and I'll give you like a couple on the house, but give me one because I'm going through it right now.
My man's gonna make some money from tips.
I would, bro. Yeah. I couldn't be a bartender. I told you I could not be one because I'd be hooking everybody up. Dude. I was like, bro, slide me a 20. I got you, dog.
The craziest night for me was New Year's Eve. Mm-hmm. That one year I bartended at a hotel in the old port of Montreal, like southern part of Montreal, old port, fancy, like 5-star hotel, crazy deal. That was one because the people were giving you shots and everything. They're giving me so much that at some point I'm gonna have to like.
You took all of them?
No, man, no way.
Why not, man?
Because I wouldn't be able to count till 5, bro.
I mean, you probably would have bartended the shit out the bar that night, though. They would have been like, man, this guy's great.
It was a fun experience.
You would have been on a different level.
But like I said, man, sometimes I'll drink and then they'll give you like these like okay, so the ones I remember I used to drink that I was like, okay, I'll drink this one. It was the coffee Patron.
Coffee Patron. Mm-hmm. Ooh, it kind of sounds good.
Tequila?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Patron. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. I used to say it like that, Patron. Patron. So it's the coffee Patron. It wasn't like it's sweet. So they had a little bit of sugar and it woke me up a bit. Like it was good. Yeah. But like when they give me something and I was empty stomach, and then they give me this one called grappa and it had its own cup, bro. You couldn't serve grappa in other. If you serve grappa in another cup, the manager was gonna embarrass you in front of everyone. During the match. What is it like culturally? Like you have to serve it like this, or is it a part
cup.
of the?
Yeah.
What kind of cup?
Grappa. I don't know. It looked like
a little coffee mug, a little white shot glass, like instead of like a regular glass.
It had an actual.
Was it like this, but a smaller version?
No. It had an actual name. It looked like
grappa.
It looked like a wine glass, but a smaller, like a smaller.
I got you.
Is different. I mean, it was a specific cup. They were anal about it. They were super annoying. That one, 10 times out of 10, I would spit it. It's funny because the first place where I worked, it was like run by like the freaking Italian mob.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and it was like just super dodgy. The clientele was super weird. Like it was just crazy. Okay, working there was pretty insane. I've seen some shit there, but it was a fine ass restaurant. It was a really nice restaurant.
Really like high end type.
High end, like a chef, a sous chef, inventory of things. I mean, they do that in all restaurants, obviously, but they took that shit seriously. Like they're meal prepping shit like 2 nights before, and then.
Did you know it was run by the mob before you?
In the beginning, no. In the beginning, no. I mean, I had no idea.
So when did you start learning?
Oh wait, my paycheck hasn't been in 2 months. What's going on? Oh, you too? Oh, damn, man. I thought it was only me. Oh, her as well? Shit, man.
Where's our money?
And then we started having, it was close to the F1 weekend. There's the F1 weekend in Montreal.
Okay.
Huge. They like even the pilots for the F1, it's they say it's one of their favorite circuits because it's such a party city. The city turns into a party city, Montreal, during F1 weekend.
Really? That's like their thing? Is that like their like Super Bowl? That's like the...
It's not the Super Bowl, but they turn it into... They're the Super Bowl is hockey.
Got it.
Yeah, but the Super Bowl is basically... Like, they treat it like Super Bowl. So anyways, when I noticed that they call it eclipse. Eclipse? What do you call it?
Eclipse? The moon? With the moon?
Yeah.
Eclipse.
Eclipse.
Oh, Eclipse.
Eclipse.
Bro, my accents are going to get good too. Watch.
There you go. You got to come to Montreal with me at some point, bro.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
I'm going to be talking south as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what up, y'all? How you doing? Yeah. Johnny, nice to meet you.
Bring that out. Bring that up for sure.
Yeah, I'm Mexican. You know what I'm saying? Howdy.
But anyways, there was the eclipse. Howdy, boy.
Howdy.
So there was the eclipse that comes in, and then this tall ass Italian dude comes up to me wearing a suit. Like I had no idea he was like being a mobster or anything. He's like, "Hey, where's the exit? Where's the exit to the restaurant? Like a backdoor exit." And he says it in like a very like rushed and like he comes up to me like quick, do it. Like, hey, not like, hey, how are you? Like, oh no, you know, like clients were like, hey, sorry sir, like where's the bathroom? No, like, hey, get me out of here, like that. Boom. Take him in the back door where we were like washing cups, where we take out garbage bags, you know, where the rats were chilling like at night.
For sure.
Take him out, slides me $100 bill. Then I was like, ooh, this is crazy.
This is kind of
and then
sketch.
Also at nights when we would turn on the lights, we would see little Ziplocs with like cocaine in them and shit like that, or like pills and shit like that. You know,
take it real quick and get back to the shift.
And then it's not they close. You're out. It's not like they close it close. There's clients that they stay after hours and they keep getting drinks like late after at night and things like that. I was like, ooh, okay, this is a very dodgy environment. You know what I mean? Fights breaking out, shit. I mean, that's normal, but more
not at a restaurant.
It was a supper club.
Oh, okay. A supper club.
Yeah, supper club. So you eat and then you go upstairs and you party.
Oh, so it's 3 stories?
Yes. The second floor was the kitchen.
Oh.
So during summer,
that sounds like a great job.
It was good, man. It was a lot of stairs.
But I mean, it seems like it'd be hectic.
It was a great experience.
So you worked all floors?
Yeah, bro.
Or like, would you work this at a certain hour, bottom, and then second floor go to the bar, and then?
No, you're not supposed to. You're supposed to do one or the other. But because people weren't getting their paychecks, they were leaving. So they were short on staff. So now they're like, hey, you want to work a double or you want to work a triple? You want to do lunch, dinner, and then in the midway through dinner, you want to go set up the bar. Because the first thing I did, I was setting up the bar upstairs. That's the first thing I did. I would set up the bar back. You set up the bar, and then whatever the bartenders needed, you provide.
Bar back.
Bar back
duties. You're a bar back.
And then they would let you serve certain drinks sometimes.
The beers, the ice.
So I was making some tip, you know what I mean? Some tip here, some tip there, you know what I mean? But because people weren't getting paid, now I'm doing lunch, and then hey, this is that income. Can you do dinner? Can you do now the club? So I remember my longest shift. I think it was during F1. I think it was like somewhere close to like 17 or 16 hours.
Jesus.
And then it's not like, oh,
you got hours like a doctor.
Oh, the government gives me a 30-minute break at this. No, bro. There's no break on that.
Yeah.
You go, you sit 20 minutes somewhere outside the club before the rush starts. You get your little foodie, whatever, and then you're back to work. Back to work.
Dang. We were bar back dudes.
It was good, man. You ever have any like rough jobs?
Bro, my first job ever. You familiar with Bush's Chicken? Have you ever heard of Bush's Chicken? That was my first job ever. I think I was 17. I think 18. Yeah, that was my senior year in high school. I started working at Bush's Chicken only because I had friends working there too, and I was like, yeah, I only worked there one day out the weekend because it was during like my sports season.
Oh, that's cool though.
Yeah, it was cool, but I mean, it takes you a long time to learn the actual job.
Yeah.
But that was my very first, and I hooked up a lot of people.
With chicken?
Yeah.
You hook up people. You don't know. I used to hook up. I had friends. They come in and give them like Red Bulls at the bar, or
couple shots, couple drinks.
Sometimes the drink would have like double dose of whatever it's supposed to be. Like,
yeah.
like the pour, the pour?
Yeah.
It's supposed to go like 1.5 boom and then you stop it. No, me, it was up to the ceiling, stay at the ceiling for a little bit, come down and then stop it. And then the tips were blessed.
That's funny. That's what I would do it for too. Cause my friends would come in and like I tell them to come through again. I had one friend that came through and he placed the order, right? It was like a 4-piece. No, he was like a 4-piece or a 2-piece. And it was a 4-piece and I told him order the 2-piece. And he's like, no, I want the 4. And I'm like, no, you want the 2. He's like, but I want the 4. He's not getting what I put down. I'm like, you want the 2, right? He's like, yeah, I think so. Then I gave him like 12, 14, like just loaded them in there.
We're not the only ones to do that, man. We're not the only ones. Because I remember when we used to do inventory, the managers always get pissed. Like, guys, there's things missing. What's going on? Watch your pores. They're stingy as hell, man. These managers. You know what I mean? And they had systems in like the cheap ghetto bars. They had systems where you have to stick something like a black cap that measures and then you flip, and it has to be flipped like 90 degrees, otherwise the thing won't work. And then it lets like exactly 1 ounce.
Shit.
It's very ghetto. Like, and then you put a lot of ice cubes, you fill it up with chaser. So
I think that's kind of smart because I mean it's strict.
So if you owned the bar, would you do the strict one?
See, that's where it's tough because if it's business, it's affecting business, then I'm like, okay, let's.
I don't know,
but then I feel like you have to have a little leeway because then your staff has to develop certain relationships.
It depends on the clientele, I think.
It depends on the clientele, who's around. Because then if you're too strict, then employees are gonna be like, what the fuck? Why are we doing? We can't even do this. But then if you're too like lenient with them, they start taking advantage. They start, bro, I got you. Cool. They're cool. They won't even check. They don't even do this. Yeah, I've worked at plenty of jobs, dude. One time I was a waiter, and there was a person stealing tips from people, like adding an extra numbers to the tips.
What, like on the
receipts? Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So like if people like left them like blank, or if they left, or it was like a 1 or something, and they would actually add extra something like that.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So instead of being 80, it would be like 180.
Yeah, it would be like something like that. Now, it wouldn't be that much.
That's crazy.
It'd be like the lower numbers.
No.
That's what it'd be.
Oh, so it's just like...
Yeah, and then they got caught eventually, but it took them a while to get caught. Yeah, but yeah, I was a waiter. That was a cool job because I feel like I'm a pretty good people person. Yeah, you are. I like interacting with people. Like I'll do small talk and stuff like that, and that was fun. But I worked a wage job where it was tough. Like how bartenders, you run around with your head cut off, and it's like, dude. I've worked at jobs where I'm like, dude, this is crazy right now, bro.
It's all good character.
What was your first job?
Well, the first one ever job. I was a cashier at a pharmacy.
Cashier, what is that?
Cash. I worked at the cash register.
A cashier.
Cashier. Hey, it's see, I make fun of George.
Talking about a whole different job. My bad.
Cashier. What does that mean?
Cashier. A cashier.
Cash.
Yeah, that's my bad.
Sorry, guys. Cashier.
That's a South accent. That's a good one. That's a good one,
guys. I guess I am like George after all.
My bad.
Damn. No, thank you, bro. You gotta correct me.
No, bro. I like it.
Sound dumb on the podcast forever, bro.
No, bro. You're a cashier.
Cashier.
Sounds fancier. But I couldn't
stand it, bro.
Cashier.
I worked one shift.
Bro, if you say you were a cashier for like 5 years, that sounds pretty fire as opposed to saying you're a cashier for 5 years.
I mean, luckily,
sounds a little cooler.
I am neither one right now, so thank God, bro.
Yes, sir. Gratitude, baby.
Me versus me. But anyways, I did like one shift, and I was like, bro, this is a myth. Just standing there, getting all stiff. Because when you train, you feel your body more.
Yeah.
So like it was just, I needed to move. So then they put me as like, the people that stock up like the aisles and everything. How you call them here?
Stalker.
Stalker?
Yeah.
Okay.
a stalker.
Yeah, so you stock everything.
Restock all the lower. If you're low on items, you refill them.
Yeah, and then I was like, man, it's a little bit far because we moved.
Bro, that's push-pull actions, man. Jiu-jitsu frames.
Then I started working in the kitchen. That was way nicer. And I was making soups. I was making sandwiches. I was whipping up salads.
Whipping it up. Yes, sir.
I was making some croissant.
Yeah, whipping up some cashiers.
Hitting up on the cashier. Hey, cashier, you want a little sandwich on the house? I got you. Capers or no capers?
So you enjoyed that kitchen job?
Kitchen, I liked it, bro.
Yeah.
We used to, because obviously.
Well, you like cooking now, right? Do you enjoy cooking now?
Yeah, I mean, now I keep it simple, obviously.
Yeah.
If like now I'm going to go for the holidays home, obviously I'll go more in depth. I'll the potatoes, I'll put some more work on them. The meat will be like more work on them. See, there you go.
Yeah, you like cooking.
Love cooking.
I couldn't explain it like that.
I love it, man.
Put it in the microwave.
Some things are actually better in the microwave.
Really? Like what?
So I brought back a bunch of
air fryer
croissant. No, that's the thing. I brought a bunch of croissant back with me from Montreal. And then I was like, I asked the guy, I'm like, so how do you do it? How do you like reheat them? There were two of them. There's the two cashiers. And then
no, bro, say cashiers. That's fine.
Caissier, I'm gonna say it in French, no?
Yeah.
Anyways, he says it in his French accent. He's like, you put it in the microwave, and then that's it, huh? You know, like you just put it in the microwave.
In the microwave. I need to work on that.
No. You need to come to Montreal, man. I'm telling you, you need to come, and then you need to see what the people actually sound like.
I want to go.
But this is French from France. It's different. Like the spot that I go to is like very French, like extremely French, crazy, like imported stuff from there. You know what I mean? Like the hot chocolate powder, everything. Like
it's like really French.
Really, like everything's from there. The little snacks, the little cookies, the little juice that they drink.
Are they good snacks though? It tastes a lot different.
Oh, I love it, man. It was right next to the school that I went to, and then I was such a bad student. You know when the bell rings and you have like 4 minutes to go from one classroom to the other.
Yeah.
We would sprint from one classroom to that bakery.
And then back
to the other classroom.
You make it on time?
No. No, but like I was
about to say, I was like, bro, you are fast.
I show the teacher the croissant and everything, you know what I mean? Bribe them a bit, you know what I mean? And let us in. You know what I mean?
Sometimes we go in the morning before school started, get goods, get like snacks, and then come back and be late the first period.
And I'm gonna be straight up with you. I wasn't trying too hard to make it back into class.
I got you. I got you, my G.
It wasn't like I'm fighting for a guard pass, and
and
then the guy turtles a bit, and then there was no turtling. I was accepting side control.
Yeah,
pass the guard. It's okay. Who cares? You know what I mean? So that was
a good analogy.
Yeah, they don't let me in, and then the teachers wanted me in. They're like, no, you're never in class. I want you in here. So they'd see me, they'd let me in. They'd be like, yeah, you're sitting there. They knew it pissed me off to sit in there in class.
Damn.
So they'd let me in, and they'd put me late as well. Double whammy. Whammy garami.
Wait, so would you skip a lot in school?
Yeah, I just like to train instead, man. I'd go train. I just honestly like the schooling system.
Yeah, I was about to, this is not college, right? This is not high school or what y'all call it? Is it high school?
It was just normal school.
Just normal school?
Yeah, from like the age of freaking 6, 7 to like the age of 18, you're going to school.
But what are the grades? What's the grades? I remember you saying it was different, like 4
It was just the other order. It's from instead of going from 1 to whatever,
12,
it's from 10 to 1.
Oh, so 1 is the last one, like where you graduate?
Yeah.
And that was where in Montreal?
Montreal.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Barely made it, bro. Marinated by miracle.
Hey, you got it though, baby.
We got it done.
You know what I'm saying?
I pulled a couple of all-nighters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I crammed information in my head and in my phone.
Yeah.
Again, guys, that's another story that we can put on the Overtime Patreon. Hey, that's a good idea. Huh? I just came up with that. I know, but that's 2 stories now that I could have monetized.
There you go.
Boom. If you guys want to hear it, well, one day we'll make it happen.
Off camera.
It's off camera shit. It's funny. It's for a reserved few.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The details, intricate details. deserve a little bit of money.
There you go.
I'm serious. Yeah. I'm serious. So.
Dang, bad student.
Not
great
bad,
grappler. Not bad student or not so good student.
It's not
a great grappler,
dude. It's not bad student. I would say is just not sold on what was going on. Not sold on me having all this
Maybe
energy.
you were a good student.
I mean, now I'm a pretty good student of jiu-jitsu, dude.
You feel me?
I watch everything.
Yeah.
Literally everything. I'm watching everything, re-watching everything, studying everything. It's on my mind. I just
Well, I
believe
feel
in it.
like people will be good students of anything they're interested in.
Yeah.
Right?
Now, at that age, bro, but man, make kids move, make them learn other things.
Yeah.
There's so many skills. Like what we were saying the other day, like we were talking about, like I remember on Sunday we trained, and you were telling me, oh, but they don't teach that in the kids in school. They don't teach that in school. Well, all the awareness stuff that we talked about, for example.
Yeah,
they don't,
exactly.
When are they gonna teach that to the kids?
Yeah.
They don't want school. They want you to become someone who obeys and who's afraid of making mistakes.
Yeah.
Because that's the shit that they want.
There's control.
Because by making mistakes, you're learning, you're growing, you're taking risks.
Mm-hmm.
You're going against the norm sometimes.
Yeah.
Not like crazy, but you're doing your own thinking. They want you to do your own thinking.
Yeah.
This is it, like that.
Preach it. Preach it. It's like that.
I just preached it.
It's like that. Like
Flip it up.
They're not teaching you anything about credit. They're not teaching you anything about meditation. They're not teaching you anything. These are skills you learn with life.
Managing your money.
Yeah, none. There's barely. And if there's a class, it's like an elective class or this and that. But it's not a curriculum. It's not a part of the curriculum. It's not a part of English, reading, writing, like social studies.
What do you think of?
You know?
Yeah, no, but what do you think about homeschooling?
I think it's great. Honestly, I think it's great. Like if you have a great, and I think you're only gonna get homeschooled if you have good parents, right?
Well, you're gonna have parents that are willing to put in the
that
time.
are willing to, exactly. That's what I'm saying, because
that are able also.
I've seen like people like, and you see like there's athletes at the highest level, like in basketball, football, that were homeschooled, and they got to train all day.
But they also
they got to work out all day, and then you had an hour of school. That's how it should be.
Dude, I also
think about that. Like if you train jiu-jitsu and then your kid is training all day, learning a lot of life lessons at the gym, being social, 100%. And then 1 or 2 hours for your schoolwork, right? Yeah. But you're probably benefiting more from what you're learning through the rest of the day.
Bro, think about it this way. Like you take your kid into school. But by the way, today I went to get a haircut. I was hearing my barber on the phone, and it was the disgusting story. I'm sorry to bring this up. Like he said, like there was this special education class, and then there's a kid stabbed another kid in the neck with a pen.
Damn,
dude, that's so dark. You know what I mean? That's
crazy.
Laughing, Christos is laughing.
That's crazy.
How are you laughing, bro?
But I'm shocked. I'm like shocked.
Astaghfirullah. That's the perfect time to say astaghfirullah, Christos. God.
Bro, like just stab him in the neck with a pin?
Yes, bro. That's crazy. I mean, look, it's special education. Obviously, they're struggling with things.
But still, I've never heard of that. Like
it happened in Maynard.
I wonder what was the argument about.
Maynard, it's not far from here, is it?
No, it's like 20 minutes, probably 20, 30
here,
minutes.
Man.
Yeah.
He was just talking to it on the phone. I'm like, bro, and I'm like, why don't you homeschool your kids? He tells me, well, because I can't. I gotta work. I gotta make money.
Yeah.
Some people can't. But like, I feel like, imagine like
I never thought about that. You know, like if the parents like they have to homeschool them, then they have to be there. Maybe they have to work a certain type of job to do that.
Yeah.
I've never thought about that.
I feel like it's good for a social circle, for sure, like their social lives and everything. But then they have things they can do, martial arts after, they can do sports, they can do, they can dedicate the first half the day learning maybe on their own or maybe with the parents, and they barely, because think about it, like they spend so much time in school. Will you see them an hour, 2 hours a day? How are you like building a relationship with them?
Honestly, that's a good point. Because then you gotta just drop them off, and they're at school all day, you're at work all day. Yeah. And then maybe dinner time, you're tired, they're tired, like type shit. So, but I feel like at like school, you do learn things though in school, like social settings. Like I feel like there are good things that you do learn. Like you make friends, You
also overcome shit.
But. Yeah, I don't know. I think I can see both sides, but I think there's a lot of benefits to homeschooling. But I feel like the social setting is different. Like I would
just shorten it a bit. Shorten it a bit instead of going in at 8:50 and leaving at 4, man. Shorten it a bit, man.
Bro, what? My gosh.
Let us move around.
I'm sorry. I would make my mom late a lot. I'm sorry, Mom. I love you, but I used to make her late a lot whenever she dropped us off to school, because I'd always be the last one to get ready. Like if it was me, my brother, my sister, she'd wake us up, right? And she'd wake us up. Sometimes I wouldn't remember because I was probably still asleep. But I'd get up and I'd sit on the chair. I sit on the bed, right? And I'd do one of these. And then whenever she'd leave, I'd lay right back down.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd go back to bed. And then whenever I heard footsteps coming back over here, right?
cortisol levels
Bro,
are spiking.
adrenaline went up the roof. I'm fucking putting on my shit.
This is like someone sinking guillotine on you. Fuck.
I'm acting like I've been up the whole time.
Yeah, but you're fucking just falling all over.
See, I know you didn't get up full of shit, and then I'd make us late. So
let kids sleep in too. Shouldn't people like kids learn how to like be able to sleep in?
We don't know proper sleep schedule whenever you're going to school, right? They don't teach us that. They don't teach you that, right? They tell you to like get your 8 hours, get your good sleep,
nutrition,
but you don't go in depth. You don't go in depth.
No.
Why is it good? Why is this? What does it benefit? Long term injury, recovery. They don't teach you that, dude. I got hurt so many times in high school because I just didn't know like the discipline aspect of sports and the recovery and the hydration and all of that, bro.
Oh yeah, we all went through that phase.
Went through a lot of injuries.
Fucking meathead. No, I gotta agree with you, man. I feel like nutrition is also another good one. Mm-hmm. Nutrition, learning how to eat. No.
When did you start taking that more seriously in your career?
I just started feeling like less energetic, and it was at an early stage of my life. It was like early mid 20s. I felt like low, like drive, low energy. I'm like just eating bad, sleeping bad.
Yeah.
It's just through getting injured. That's around the time where the first EBI happened. I popped my knee, and then injuries were starting to happen. I'm like, okay, damn, my body's not just like.
Not recovering as fast. It's not recovering like this.
No, I'll just eat like crap, man. I'd wake up,
what would you eat?
Like 2-3 spoons of Nutella on bread, and like boom, we're good to go. We're set. Nutella, peanut butter. Yeah, Christos, let's go. Maybe some bananas on there.
Fuck yeah, fire.
With a warm baguette. You warm up the bread. Let's go. We're off.
Dang, some Nutella. Bread.
When else?
That'd be breakfast.
Dude, that was my breakfast.
What would be lunch?
We were in New York, man. It would be like an acai bowl, pizza. Yeah, man. Pizza or like donuts, muffins.
That sounds good. Good for the soul, not good for the body.
No, man. I remember the other time I used to, because we were talking about me working in the nightlife. The other time I used to eat a lot of Nutella was in the kitchen, like, because I told you the second floor was a kitchen, and then we had access to the second floor because there's the machine for the ice cubes.
Oh, so to get ice.
Yeah, and then right there, I knew where they put the jars of Nutella. So I would go in there, bro, starving. I'd grab a spoon, go elbow deep.
Elbow deep,
bro. You know what I mean? Wrist deep, elbow deep. Take a bunch of Nutella, fucking shove that shit in my mouth, take the evidence off my face, and then back up. Once the manager caught me doing it, but he was super cool. He was like, dude, I get it. Like, fucking munch away, go.
Damn, he was cool like that?
Yeah, man, because he saw us grinding, man. He was one of the cool managers.
Okay, I got you.
They imagine you're in a nightclub. It was super full, and you have these, like these commercial like cafeterias in school where they do these big, massive pots of like
yeah. Like they cook a big amount,
massive,
of it.
Huge. Like you gotta pick it up. You gotta open your elbows like beyond hip width apart.
Yeah,
way like, and then we'd have to fill 2 of them up with ice, and then pick both of them up at the same time sometimes.
Dang.
So we'd have one in one hand, and then the other one you're holding it with another busboard.
That's why you have good frames.
So we had, and I did a bit of, we had three massive ones like this with 2 guys. At like 1 a.m., the bartenders are screaming at you to hurry up and get the ice. We have no more ice. And they gotta put ice in each drink to rip the freaking customer off. You know what I mean?
Dang.
So yeah, it was a rough job. Like, and he see us grinding and everything. And then
so he's like, yeah, all right, get some Nutella.
That's a school. That's
you have Nutella here? You have Nutella here?
Hell no, bro.
Really? When's the last time you had Nutella?
The last time I had Nutella, I don't remember. I think it was in Italy. It was in Italy and Rome. They do a lot of like, bro, in Italy, like I know probably, maybe I'm wrong, maybe in the area where I was, but breakfast is basically like a pastry with coffee.
Okay.
Yeah, so they had a lot of these. They had Nutella in them.
No cereal? I'm just kidding.
No cereal.
No Fruity Pebbles?
No, man. That was crazy. But I think that's then. But, you learn all these things. I just think if you learn them earlier, the impact it has on you. So I think, the schooling system
I used to eat a lot of cereal.
Can be adjusted. Me too, bro.
A lot of cereal.
Massive salad bowls. I'd fill it up all the way up with milk and then cereal. And then each time there's no more cereal, you add it.
Exactly, man. My favorite, I used to eat a lot of Lucky Charms. Lucky Charms?
No.
Lucky Charms, man? No?
Lucky Charm
Fruity
guy,
Pebbles? Cocoa Pebbles?
I
Cocoa
did the
Puffs?
ones with honey, and then the Frosted Flakes, sugar ones.
Ooh, yeah. Frosted Flakes are
the
good.
Reese's
Reese's Puffs?
Pieces.
Reese's Pieces. Yeah,
No,
Reese's Cups.
Not Reese Lefevre, guys. Although he is a sweet man. He is a sweet man himself. By the way, episode number 2 of the podcast. Go check it out. Yeah. You met Reese when you went to Roca?
Yeah. I met him there.
You've been to Roca. How was your experience?
I went there. I think he took me there two or three times.
Yeah.
I want to say.
You're more than welcome.
It was good.
Man.
No, it was good. It was good. Good training. High level room. I just like being in a room like that, bro.
Yeah.
It was good though. It was good.
Where do you do your training now, mostly?
I would do there, Black Widow, and then I'll go to Houston sometimes, especially like when I have fights coming up.
Yeah,
at Main Street. At Main Street, bro. Shout out, crew Bob Pettis down at Main Street, man. He's one of the head coaches there, one of the co-owners. Bro, such a high level mind. Like he's Derek Lewis's head coach.
Nice.
He's cornered like Kevin Holland and those guys. Mm-hmm. But bro, he's like just a welcoming person, dude. Like he's like yeah, bro. Like, I didn't like a good brain, good mind for like MMA, but super welcoming and like. Yeah, man, welcome me with open arms, bro. So every time I've gone there, he's just really friendly, really cool, and he knows he knows Betsabe. So
nice.
That's how I linked up with him. Crew Bob,
the guy with the mustache.
Yeah. But he's been here actually. Yeah, he's been here.
He should get on the podcast maybe.
Yeah, bro.
Is he the MMA coach or just?
Yeah, he's an MMA coach.
Oh, not just Muay Thai.
Not just he's an MMA coach.
Oh, sick.
Maybe he does teach a couple MMA other classes, but I know his main thing is MMA.
And who's in like main guy for jiu-jitsu there?
Oh God, what's his name? I forgot him. Yeah, I got you. Maybe. Yeah, connect you, bro.
I mean, look, I see a lot of MMA fighters, dude. Honestly, I see them a lot getting stuck. Like, did you watch Chandler and Oliveira?
Yeah.
See that back escape, bro? Like, okay, cool. The fans loved it. Okay, do it for the fans once, twice. By that time, you put that amount of effort into escaping, it could have been done in an efficient way.
Yeah.
You get out, maybe you throw a fucking potato in his face, and now you knock him out, maybe.
Yeah.
You know?
That was a crazy fight.
I think MMA fighters can definitely benefit from jiu-jitsu people's insight when it comes to escapes as well.
Yeah.
Getting out of positions.
No, absolutely, bro.
Because it matters how long it takes you to escape. It's not just, I got out. No, how much energy did you use to get out?
The control time.
It matters. You pass someone's guard. If you control them for 2 seconds versus a minute and a half, in the eyes of the judges, this guy just got pinned for a minute and a half.
Yeah.
Your ability to get out fast matters too.
Yeah,
I got out. I survived the round. That's not the way you want to think.
Absolutely, yeah. Especially if it goes like to the judges or like a decision or something like that. Those little things play right. That's what's tough about like MMA judging too. Like that jiu-jitsu match we were just watching. Yeah. Like that. Like if you're just judging it, no score, like you would say this person won.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I meant.
Yeah, and it's like with an MMA too. Sometimes it's like, okay, they score a takedown, but like sometimes the defense or like the escape, right, is better than like the offense, right? Because like you see in MMA, a lot of people like push people against the fence of the cage and they keep them there. That's hard to do. One thing, right? Yeah. It's hard to do. But then sometimes like they'll score a takedown and maybe they scored the takedown really high, but he just popped right back up. You know, so it's like, who do you give the advantage to there? Probably it's still a takedown.
The guy who initiated, I think.
And he initiated, right? And then, but like, what if he was striking him, the guy that got taken down? Sometimes they might have given the round to the guy who took him down, right? It gets kind of like dicey, especially like MMA, especially against the cage and stuff like that. Yeah. But like the control time for sure in MMA is vital. Hey, man, that can win a round. That can for sure. Well, you see it all the time. People stay in close guard all the time, and they're not trying to pass. They're just trying to score damage. Or
half guard.
You know, so maybe on bottom, they got to be more active with their guard.
100%.
They have to be more active with their guard. 100%. Getting butterfly hooks in, elevating, start, side to side movement. Up. Exactly.
Their waist to
start heisting up, No, there's that, I don't want to give it too much away, but there's like some stuff that you showed me, right? It's from like scrambling from heisting up. Yeah. Just from heisting up, especially for MMA, because guys are just trying to pin you down.
There's a lot more things that I've been watching that we can definitely go over. But yeah, man, I feel like MMA people can definitely benefit from jiu-jitsu guys when it comes to escapes as well.
So like all like the mount escapes, like especially like the game's evolving, especially in jiu-jitsu. I'm pretty sure y'all felt it over the years. Like people are constantly coming up with different submissions, different escapes, like that aren't like old school, like aren't traditional escapes. Like it's like, but it works at the highest level. Yeah.
Yeah. Like no, I agree, man. And what's it called? There are different angles, let's say, of ankle locks that are coming up right now. Ankle lock, but different angles. Yeah, different. Like one that looks like a toe hold, one that looks like a heel hook, one that's very linear, one that's gonna give you the back, one that's gonna give you the heel, and then how you fend everything simultaneously. There are ways, but but it is moving fast. It's nice to see, dude. I love that's one thing where I like about any kind of art, any kind of martial arts. It's a constant puzzle. It's a constant problem solving journey that I just don't see myself getting bored of it.
That's when you have the love for something. Like whenever you have a deep like that love and that passion, and that's something I feel like won't ever fade.
If you're overly relying on a teacher, or you're overly putting your expectations of progress to come from someone, I think you're gonna be a little bit disappointed, because you lose some of that ability, to like problem solve and think and everything. If you do both, it's optimal. But if you're just overly relying, a bit of an issue.
That's tough. I mean? Yeah, especially if they're not there anymore, or like something happens, or
Yeah. What about San Antonio? You said you go to San Antonio.
Yeah, I'll go train there at Pete Spratt Muay Thai. Pete Spratt Muay Thai. Yeah.
That's just Muay Thai.
PJ. Yeah. So that's where Rodrigo Pinheiro is. They have a gym together.
Okay.
So Rodrigo Pinheiro does the jiu-jitsu, and then Pete Spratt has the Muay Thai.
Nice, man.
And
dude,
I actually went to go train there. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, you started.
No, so like PJ at Talavera, he took me to go train at Rodrigo's.
Okay.
And that's when I started going train there. He took me to go train with Pete Spratt, and then Rodrigo.
You told me you started in gi.
Yeah, I did gi for a year straight, bro.
Ugh.
But I was like. And I didn't even think about training jiu-jitsu like that. I wanted to just do MMA. That was the goal. And then I started training jiu-jitsu, and the gi put me in the gi on, and I'm like, oh, bro, this is fun. I like it.
Yeah.
And then getting strangled, and I actually did pretty good my first, because I was just like an athlete. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Gives you an advantage, yeah.
Yeah, but okay, get to here. Okay, footwork, feint, It was less control, less than that. So against other new belts, like I was actually doing okay, because I was just a pretty decent athlete. And then you go with like the higher belts, and instructors, and and then you get your ass whooped. And I was just like, got it. And then when he took me to go train in San Antonio, and I was training with like all the advanced belts, right? In gi, bro, it's like you don't know how to manipulate everything. All these different guards I had never seen and shit. And I'm like, okay. And then I got my ass whooped by that one girl that I told you about. Yeah, and she was like a brown belt, like probably weighed like 105, 110 probably.
Okay.
And she whooped my ass. I don't. But she whooped my ass, and I'm just like, this is amazing. She's like whooping my ass with different sweeps and this different lapel chokes. I'm like, what's going on right now?
Jesus.
I was like, do I love you or do I hate you right now?
Balancing, and
it was good though. It was a good experience, because I see the levels. Like I was taking you like today. Every time I feel the levels of the training, like I'm always inspired by it. I never feel discouraged. I never like get hard on myself anymore. It's always like it's because you can keep learning.
Exactly.
You're gonna keep, and I just think it depends on the person you are too. But
for sure,
like, because you're always gonna learn, you're gonna get better with those experiences if you take it like that. And so, but that's when I started getting connected there. And then I still go every now and then, but just like a lot of driving back and forth. Sometimes there's times in my camps where I'd go from here to here, back here, teach, train, and then it would be like a cycle like that sometimes.
Married to the game,
married to the game, man.
What about marriage? Any
no marriage right now. No marriage right now. Married to the game. Maybe if that special person comes down later down the road, take it slow, see if you really about this. Because like how we're talking today, man. It's been a whole day podcast, my guy. But it's like, it takes a lot of sacrifice of what you do, right? It takes a lot of sacrifice, a lot of dedication, and a lot of people don't see it, like behind the scenes of what you do. That much time it takes. You train 2 times a day, you train 3 times a day. Okay, maybe you train twice. One's a lift session, and one's like a mat. You're doing your grappling. You're striking this morning. Okay, then you're grappling at night. And then you got to recover. Then you got to sleep right. Then you got to eat right. Oh, I can't go out. Oh, I can't go drink on the weekend today. Oh man, I can't go to this family gathering, or I can't go meet these people. It takes a lot. It's a lot into the game if you want to be and perform at a high level. So those people need to be very understanding about that.
For sure, dude. For sure. No, I agree with you, man.
Which I respect about you. Again, I'm gonna give you your props, because a lot of people don't see the behind the scenes stuff that you put into this game.
It's good. I like to keep
into your jiu-jitsu,
and I find pleasure in keeping it low. Like, try to keep it as low key as possible.
I know you do, man, and it's like part of it because like the person you are. But like I think that people would appreciate or respect it more if they see it.
There's a lot of times I ask myself, I'm like, bro, I could be sharing this. I can be talking about this. I could, but sometimes I'm like, nah, you know what?
There was a rapper. He said a quote. Jack Harlow made a quote. quote, and he was just like, he's like, maybe I don't want you to know these things. He's like, because whatever you give to people, that's theirs. They'll take more. They'll take everything. He's like, maybe I don't want you to know this about what I do. Maybe I don't want you to know this. Maybe that's for me. Maybe that you want to keep it for yourself.
Yeah. To be honest, sometimes I feel like by showing how on point I'm trying to be in something, it might make, especially because you're on social media, right? With social media, if you use the wrong way, if people interpret things the wrong way, it can make them feel worse. Oh, this guy's doing this, I'm not doing that. I feel bad about myself. I'm not putting that effort. You know what I mean?
You feel like it's good though, social media? You feel like it's good, more so than bad?
Depending on how you look at it, you know, some people will see someone doing good for them, doing like the right things, doing a lot of extra work, and then they'll make them feel maybe a certain type of way about it. They'll be like, oh, well, I don't have it in me to do it, therefore I'm gonna find something wrong with it, or it's gonna make me feel like a little bit bad about myself.
Don't let my confidence affect your insecurities.
Well, I mean,
you know, Deion Sanders said that. That's why this came to my head.
Who did?
Deion Sanders, the coach for Colorado Buffaloes.
That's him?
Prime time. He's a football player. Played in the NFL.
Buffalo, all I think about of Buffalo is like Wild Wings, you know, like the
Buffalo Wild Wings. Buffalo good wings. I mean, you know, they're not like the best, but they're pretty good. You know. I've watched fights there at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Buffalo, isn't it like a place in New York where they're like known for their wings?
Wait, what?
There's a Buffalo in New York, not in Colorado.
A Buffalo in New York?
It's not a Buffalo in New York. It's a city called.
Oh, Buffalo. Yeah, I was like, what is that?
There's one Buffalo.
Like,
in New
do
York,
you know
guys.
this Buffalo?
He makes the best wings, the greatest wings in the world. It's a Buffalo that does them. Not even a human chef. Greatest Buffalo.
Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills. They're in Buffalo. Yeah. Buffalo, New York.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. The football team.
Good. Yeah, the football. I'm talking about
American football team. Sorry.
Yeah. But the wings, the actual wings you eat.
Yes.
Off a chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Yeah.
We're getting tired. But yeah, what was I saying before? How we get to Buffalo Wild Wings, man?
No.
How we get to the wings?
Oh, Colorado Buffaloes.
No, before that.
Deion Sanders. Yeah, Deion Sanders.
Oh, so sharing things on social media. Thank you, Krista. I think this is.
Oh, but like how you were saying, because people like you, how you show things on social media might affect people, and they feel some type of way.
Yeah,
and I mean, you know,
because a lot of the things people like, it has, you know, obviously educational, but there's a lot of it is entertaining. You know, a lot of people do like silly things on social media. Or I'm seeing a lot of people now reacting to silly things on social media. That's kind of content that circulates around. Maybe I can start doing that, you know, something like a little bit more entertaining more than educational. I don't know, I feel like educational sometimes.
Well, I feel like it's a part of it, man. Like entertainment. Like, I mean, it has like some, cause you want to be educational, but then like a sick highlight reel, a sick sequence, that's entertaining.
Honestly,
it could be educational because people are going to watch it over and over, but that's entertainment at the end of the day.
For certain people, for some people that don't care about that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I'm telling you.
And then the people I feel like are smart. They know how to manipulate the social media game. They know how to play into the what people want to see.
I got to play around with it, but it's important, something important to learn for sure.
But it's hard if it's not authentic though.
No, it's not that it's not authentic. It's how you present it. Like I was looking, I mean, you know, I just got to do a little bit more like studying when it comes to that. Put more planning, more effort into it, and then see what are people liking, and then do a similar format.
Yeah.
You know, do a format that people are liking, and then add your own twist to it or your own creativity to it. You know, yeah. I feel like something that definitely I want to learn at some point. I want to do. You know, because I feel like building a brand is super important. And like you look at TikTok, you look at Instagram. You know, people like certain things. You kind of study it, tell.
Yeah, for sure. Like you can learn too how people are doing it, how to get better from it.
People's attentions are getting like shorter, smaller and smaller. So people are gonna have to get more and more creative about how do we keep these people entertained. Like something simple, so crazy, like now, like a simple thing. It's like, well, there's something way more entertaining that I can watch. I can watch this big fat guy shaking his belly. Big Turkish guy, you see him? This guy, he's like in a kebab shop. He's just shaking his belly.
I'm locked in now.
Yeah, or like there's like
I'm watching the whole video.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're watching, they're rewatching. Meanwhile, you're in a
you gotta hook them. You gotta.
So I'll start with that, and then I'll go into a boring freaking elevation into Cross-Ashi highlight that I hit. Whatever, man. We'll see. We'll see what we do, man. For now, we're just working on being elite at something, man. You know, we're trying to be elite.
And you've learned so much about yourself in the process.
And you just gotta keep learning
so much.
That's the beauty about, I feel like, jiu-jitsu is there's mean, maybe it's not jiu-jitsu. I think MMA as well. But MMA, it's more common to have a manager, right? Mm-hmm. Like having a manager.
Yeah. Well, maybe. Yeah. I feel like in terms
you
like
have a manager or someone that helps you. No, you kind of.
Honestly.
But Taza's your manager.
She's playing my manager role.
Finds you like the fights.
Yeah.
Finds you
this and that. Making deals, negotiating. Yeah. Honestly.
Jiu-jitsu. They are managers, but it's not. Most athletes don't have managers. So you got to do your own thing. You got to promote your own self. You got to organize your own seminars. You got to organize your own. I mean, instructionals depends if you want to do it alone or you want to do it with like BJJ Fanatics or something like that. But you're doing a lot of it, man. You're organizing your social media. Also, jiu-jitsu, you have like close interaction with your fans. So you're interacting with your fans, with your following, with your audience. You know what I mean? Because you go to seminars, you go to open mats, you can train with them. Like highlight, like NBA players, like freaking NBA players. Steph Curry is not gonna go play with a blue belt basketball player at the Fitness Connection. You know, on the basketball court. You know what I mean? It's Fitness Connection on Tech Ridge. You know, like it's not. You're not gonna see that shit. Whereas jiu-jitsu, you like, high-level guy can go train with a white belt after a seminar, for example, shit like that. So it's good. It teaches you a lot, man. Teaches you a lot. But well, one step at a time, man. Right now, for me, is that phase of organizing all these things, learning all these things.
You're getting better at it.
I mean, but it's frustrating, and it's funny because I put the same amount of pressure on myself for this shit than for competition. Maybe it doesn't show like.
Yeah, why is that? Do you feel like it's just a competitive aspect, or is it just like you're wired different? Like you feel like that? I feel like, there's a little bit of, we're hard on ourselves in a lot of different ways for a lot of different reasons.
I think so too, man. But I think also like.
Me versus me, baby.
But the outlet that you like, your outlet like as training, training, like you have to train to feel good about yourself. Let's say you have to feel like you did something productive that day. You know what I mean? Training, physical, mental, of course, all of it involved, right?
Yeah.
But when you're doing something like, for me, like for example, like getting my landing page ready for the instructional, it's different. It's like I'm sitting, I'm not moving, I'm trying to learn something. I'm getting agitated because it's not physical. The physical is not involved. You know what I mean? Or like it's different from like competing. Your crowd, it's the outlet is like I'm used to something way more intense and way more adventurous. So like going through these phases of competition and like maybe more like brand building phases, it's like, fuck, man, the competition, I'm used to this crazy amount of adrenaline of like fighting. And like people know me for being active. People know me for being like, yo, this guy competes 1 week in Rome, 1 week in London, 1 week in Austin, and then he's in California, and then he's back in Boston, and now it's like toning it down. So I'm learning myself to like bring that balance in other ways, or like be contentment. It's a little bit like it's good to have awareness with that.
Yeah, but it's like you don't want to be content too much. But like sometimes there's phases where you have to just slow it down just a little bit for your health, for the mental, right? For things, because if you just keep grinding your body down, it's not gonna be like it's not sustainable for a long period of time. Yeah. So sometimes you may need those breaks, especially if you've been going hard for so long, right? Sometimes you need it, and it probably helps with like burnout too. Probably helps with a lot of different things.
But your body your body will give you signs, and then you'll be able to detect, like, man, I'm being agitated. I'm feeling a certain kind of way. I'm a little bit stressed out.
Your body's like, hey, man, we need a break.
And now, honestly, the phrase that I tell myself is chill out. Like, I wake up, chill out, bro. It's going to be okay. Relax.
Little affirmation here.
It's going to be okay, bro.
He's going to work out.
Huh? What'd you say? Chill guy?
You a chill guy?
Am I a chill guy? I don't know. Toss up. You know what I mean? Maybe after training, I'm a chill guy. After a war, after a round with Dorian Olivares, I'm pretty chill. After that, I'm happy. I'm relaxed. I'm good, bro. But you know what? I was forced to chill out also. Like, let's say after ACL surgery, like if you can't walk, man, you have a cast on you.
You have no way to just to chill out.
Training is just trying to get on a bike for 10 minutes. So I had to. It's like like if I give you an analogy, like. Now I have to eat six racks of lamb chops to feel full. Whereas like after
we just had lamb chops. Shout out Taza. He cooked up some lamb chops tonight, and we had some apple juice, bro. That apple juice, man. That apple juice was money.
This is getting us through the podcast, man. We've been going for a while, bro.
Yeah.
But like, what was I saying? So like, let's say No, I remember. I didn't lose my train of thoughts. We're good. But like, listen to this. Like, I go from having to eat 6 racks of lamb chops to like now I can eat maybe 2-3 pieces and then I'm content. I'm full. You know what I mean? So it's just like, it's like when you weight cut, you bring down the amount of food you eat.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with like that release you get from certain tasks you're used to doing.
For sure.
Certain things but it's you know.
But there's still that little that you need that little more outlet, right? You want that.
You need it, but you gotta learn how to chill it out.
Just chill out.
You gotta learn. Just chill out.
Just chill out.
Just chill out.
It's a t-shirt, my guy. It's a t-shirt,
serious?
bro.
That's a
it has to be. I'm saying that Oliver Taza t-shirt.
Oliver Taza t-shirt. Just chill
out.
Relax. Chill out.
Chill
man.
out.
Yeah.
Relax,
man. It's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be a part of the brand.
Give you,
just chill out.
Giving you
with an
percentage.
icy chain or something.
You think I should start putting chains and things like that?
No, I can't see it like
It's
that.
not me,
I
huh?
can't see it like
watches,
that.
I don't like watches.
Can't see you like
I feel
that.
like when I put a watch on, my
Dang,
wrist
just see Taza with a Cuban out of nowhere, just a Cuban link out of nowhere.
with fake golden teeth.
Ooh,
Golden
yes,
teeth.
Sir.
If I do something, it's golden teeth.
Yeah. Or a grill. Or a grill it out, bro. Yes.
Oh no! You know the thing about watches I don't like? It's like it's my wrist starts to sweat and I feel like someone's gripping me and I gotta like re-grip it. I feel like I gotta like re-grip the watch.
Jiu-jitsu PTSD
I
right
gotta
there.
peel the
Jiu-jitsu
wrist.
PTSD. If you don't feel comfortable wearing a watch.
Yo, I don't know, man.
He just does this every now and then. He just peels the wrist. It's just his watch.
Try to peel the watch, but it's not coming off. What's going on?
You do this.
Yeah, you try to peel it. I don't know.
You're practicing arm drags out of nowhere.
Besides, people check their phones. How many times people check their phones per day?
All the time.
So
All the
check
time. That's one thing I need to work on limiting is like screen time.
Everybody, bro. This is just poisonous.
I do pretty good, but like
It's
the amount of
poisonous.
content like you're consuming can be bad for you. You know, like a lot of things. Like I'm trying to get better at little things.
Just gotta go through a detox phase, man.
Like you ever feel like you're watching like film, or you're watching YouTube, or you're watching a match, you're watching film, and then like time flies by. You're like, oh shit, I didn't even.
Yeah. It's
realize
actually
it was that much.
It's actually way better for your memory if you stick with one task at a time. If you're like, for your memory, for your cognitive function, if you're like, I mean, it's self-explanatory. If you're bouncing from one thing to another,
You're not gonna take everything.
it's not good for your memory. It's not good for your attention. It's not good for much, man.
So when you read books, right? Do you read one book all the way through?
Yeah, pretty
Or
much.
do you dabble into like 2 or 3?
No. I listen to one book and I'll read another book.
Ah, okay. So
Yeah.
2 books on audio.
No, one I'm listening to and then one I'm reading.
Okay, but 2 different books.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
But reading, no. Like actually, like with my eyes, no. With my ear, one.
You have to knock it out.
Yeah.
Once you start it, you have to knock out that same book.
No, sometimes books, man. Sometimes not all books are meant to be read. I believe from start to finish. I firmly believe that. Some books you take one thing out of it, good. Some books you read them 2-3 times. Some books you have to reread at least once a year. They have books. I have one called Letting Go. I have to read once a year. I feel.
So that's your favorite book?
Yeah.
That's your favorite. When did you start reading?
Dude, I've started reading.
Like reading, like not like in school, but like
Not in
reading,
school.
like your choice. Like I want to read these things.
Fuck, man, it's hard. I think definitely. You know what? One thing, man. I started reading after school. It's crazy. Like after school, once I was done with school and I was done with university, that's when I started like leaning into reading.
Do you know what made you want to read? Do you know what made you, or did you just make a choice? Like, you know what? Let me read this
sister
book.
was very smart, man. I told you I lost my sister through eating disorder, so a lot of things that I was down to read at first were like psychology things, mindset things, self-help books, because we talk about them together. You know,
Was that one thing that you wanted just to keep her, like, because you know she liked to do it? Is that one thing that kind of?
She liked to do it, of course, but then I felt like I could maybe offer her like fresh insight by reading these books, and we can discuss these things together over like dinner or something. And we'd have these cool talks sometimes. You know, it was really good, man. It was really fun, and there's a lot of books that I remember like that we talked about several times. She was down to read as well. You know, so that's one of the main reasons I read it first. But now, you know, read, you know, one thing leads to another. I always have people like leaving comments. Hey, this book is good. I heard you talk about this. Like people listen to this podcast and send me like different recommendations of books. Yeah. So it's good, man. Yeah.
Bro, I started reading like a couple years ago. 2 years ago. No, 2 or 3. Actually like wanting to read, because I hated reading. Like I really did not like it. Really? Like in school, like this and that. That last book I probably read was like Green Eggs and Ham or some shit. Like
Green Eggs and Ham?
You know that book?
No, I don't.
You don't know that book? Dr. Seuss, Green Eggs and Ham?
I know.
You know Green Eggs and Ham? Thank you, right? Yeah, come on,
I
man.
went to
You got
school
to.
and,
Come on, brother.
I went to school.
Green eggs and ham. You got to whip them up, my guy. Dr. Seuss.
Okay, so.
But don't get me wrong. That was like when I was a kid. But like, I just didn't want to read. And then, I don't know, I guess understanding, like, seeing the greats, you know, like studying all the greats and people are good at what they do in their field, whether it's combat sports, other athletes. Majority of them read. Majority of them were reading. And like one of my mentors, he was reading a lot. He told me you need to start reading, and then I was just like, okay, let me start. Yeah, and I started dabbling in it, and then I started reading Kobe, the Mamba Mentality, and then I read Dwayne Wade's book, and it just started going down. Started reading all Ryan Holiday's books, and then
that's the one I wanted to ask you about. That's his book. I think we should have you back, man, and then we should talk about like a couple of bits of a book that you enjoy.
Bro, yes, dude, I'm down, bro.
Probably that Ryan Holiday. Let's do it when I'm back, man.
Yeah, he's here. He's here in Austin.
Damn, really?
Yeah, and Matthew McConaughey. We didn't get into it.
We didn't get into it. Last time we thought, hey, this attempt number 2 way better in my opinion than attempt number 1. But because we didn't mention McConaughey. What's his name? McConaughey? McConaughey? Shout out Matthew McConaughey, man. He's from Uvalde, Texas, too. Oh, McConaughey.
McConaughey, man. They have a little like outline of him, like a figure. Whenever you go into Uvalde now.
Jesus.
Yeah, but it's like kind of not a statue, but it's like a outline figure. You, man. They are, bro. I'm gonna be right by Matthew McConaughey, bro.
Before McConaughey.
It's gonna be like this. I want to read his book too, by the way. He has a book out called Greenlight. It's actually I want to read one of his books. I think this is the only book, but
what's his name? Adam, what's his name?
Ryan Holiday.
Ryan Holiday, yeah.
A lot of good books, bro.
Ryan Holiday.
Adam, Ryan, tomato.
Ryan Holiday. That's I remember you told me.
I think you'll like his books. I
just got done with the Untethered Soul. I just got done listening to it.
I've heard about that book.
Very good. It's very similar actually to Letting Go.
Okay.
Very similar to Letting Go. They both talk about like, so you know how like a thought comes up or an emotion comes up, and you start analyzing, you start talking, you start rationalizing whether it's good or bad. They say that like don't do that. Okay. They tell you like let's say whatever. It can be anything. Some negative thought. Oh, this guy looked at me the wrong way. Oh, he looked at me the wrong way. He thinks he's better than me. Or he looked at me. If I drop this
glass and it breaks.
Oh, this guy. But what they tell you is you come up with a thought. You don't interpret at all. You let it run its course and then it leaves. You know what I mean? I'm trying it. It's like imagine you're in a video game and then you're watching the player from further and further out. So you're
kind of detaching from what?
You detach it. You like have a seed of consciousness in your mind, bro. I mean, don't get me now explaining this at 11:30 p.m.
No, bro, it's good. It's 11?
11:30 p.m., bro.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Damn, we're going for a while then. That's good.
I'm telling you, man, it's the apple juice, bro, and the ginger shot you took.
Jesus, that ginger shot. I felt it in my throat for about 20 minutes.
You're gonna feel it tomorrow in your good morning. Good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Don't let me forget it, bro. Don't let me forget the ginger. Don't let me forget it.
I'm not forgetting. Good thing I'm reminding you now.
Yeah. But so you're supposed to detach yourself from that thought immediately. I've done some meditations, right, where they kind of say similar things. Like when thoughts are coming in and out, you like just let it run its course, okay, and then it slowly fades. You let it fade. Don't attach anything to it.
No,
that's crazy, but that's harder. That's easier said than done. But I feel like it takes practice.
It is. It does take practice, and I mean, I'm trying to do it, but I do feel like I'm not at the point of their enlightenment. Of course, I'm very far. Sure. I have a long way to go, a long way to work. Like everybody. I do feel like it sets you apart from the norm if you're having that daily input of goodness, good spirituality, information. Gratitude. Shout out to you every day, reminding me. We joke about. I'm happy we joke about it because it actually does remind me.
We do though, but.
It's a good joke to fucking have. It could be some dumb shit that we say, but it's a good joke to have. But anyways, those are like 2 books. So because I'm done with the Untethered Soul, I think I'll try to get into Ryan Holiday book, and then we can probably discuss it on.
Can I borrow that book?
For sure, bro.
If you're not reading it, if you're done.
I just got done with it, and then I didn't read it. I listened to it. This is a gift from a friend.
Okay. Well, if you can, got it.
Yeah. Got it. Keep it on the low.
Got it. Off camera shit.
Yeah. Off camera shit. You guys want to hear what happened between me and her? Her and me? Her and I? Sorry? You gotta be polite.
Patreon, get it.
Patreon. That's 3 stories.
It's coming.
You guys are getting 3 stories
dog.
with juicy details, with crazy insights. Double OT Patreon account
Coming to you soon.
If I get 2 comments about this, I'm doing it. And I'm gonna make it
I'm gonna leave one. I'm gonna leave one. Just kidding.
You leave one, Christos. You leave one. and I'll my mom leave one. 3. Boom. What?
It's coming out now.
Oh my god, man. Yeah, juicy details, man. What do you want me to say?
Bro, it's funny. Damn. Educational right there. It could be educational too and entertainment. 2 birds, 1 stone.
2 birds.
We're rolling, dog.
That's it. One big ass stone, bro. One big rock. Big ass rock, bro. Boom. Kill. Smash both birds. One against the other, bro. But dude, honestly, I told you guys, with you I could go for 5 hours. Easy. It's 11:30. Obviously, man, you know, we're a little bit, we're running on.
Close it out, man.
We'll close it out.
Whatever,
Tomorrow's my last day. I gotta do a lot of last day here in Austin before
Happy
the end of
New
the year.
Year, G.
Happy holidays, my friends.
Happy
This
holidays.
has been another day. The team, Christos and I, are boom, running a tight ship, baby. We ain't going nowhere, baby. Right? Submissions only. Okay? Hot streak. Show me the money.
Yeah.
Right? Make it rain. Boom.
You had to add the boom at the end.
That's it.
Boom.
So we're gonna lock it off, man.
Yeah, that's an outro. That's an outro right there.
That's the outro right there. We don't.
Thank you for having me, bro. Again,
man,
I appreciate it.
We're gonna have you again very
for sure,
often,
brother.
dude. I think,
I'd love to.
Yeah,
I'd love to.
We'll chat about whatever, man. Whenever some cool fights happen, whenever a good book ends, you'll be a freaking regular face on this. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Okay.
If I get 2 comments about me coming back, I'm in. I'm gonna leave one. My mom's gonna leave one.
I'm gonna leave one. My mom's gonna leave one.
I'm coming
Christos, sister, dad, girlfriend, they're all gonna leave one.
I'll be back.
We'll hold them. We'll hold the family hostage. If you guys don't leave one, they're in trouble. Okay. The Papadelos family is in trouble.
Hey.
All right.
But again, though, thank you for having me, man. I'd love to be back whenever you
Appreciate
can, man.
you, dude. It's great, man. It's been great training with you. It's been great having you around.
I appreciate you always, man.
Great. I think you're gonna do great in whatever you do. Fighting, bartending, rapping, reading, journaling.
You name it, brother.
You name it. I think
acting,
you have a good mindset for everything, man. Good energy. I think that at the end of the day, how you impact people is way more important than any money, anything you have in life, man. The impact you leave on people, man. You know what I mean?
That's big, bro.
I think that's way more important than anything. And then you have a very positive impact on everyone around you. I see it.
My guy.
We're out.
I appreciate
Lock
you,
off.
man.
Done.
Oliver Taza Podcast.
Safe. Done.